Hello, hello. Test, test. 1, 2. Are we live? Can people hear us? Hello, hello. Test, test. 1, 2. Are we live? Can people
Yes.
hear us? Hello, hello.
Nice. Okay, I
Test,
can hear
test.
you.
1, 2.
Can you hear me? All right.
Hello,
Nice.
hello.
Okay, I
Test,
can hear
test.
you.
1, 2.
Can you hear me? All right.
Hello. Are you using headphones, Eric? I think.
I am using headphones. Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay, I'm hoping there's just I feel there's some iterative stuff going through. Okay, may just be I think some of the way the desktop audio is getting piped through. I heard myself going through multiple times. Oh, that's definitely what it is, because I'm using desktop audio to get your voice in here. So then if I pull up the stream and check it to see, then it's gonna pipe that through. Alright, yeah. Alright.
I see. So you're blaming somebody else for your mistake.
No,
I understand.
it's me not understanding stuff. Anyway, hello and welcome to another Chrono Walker's Invasion stream. Look at distraction.
Yes. Look at good professional work we're doing. We have the cards on the right, and by we I mean Shahan doing all the work. Opening the packs, pulling up the cards, just so that I can say stupid stuff about them. Yeah, but that's why we're all here.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah. While I pack this, I'll get on or crack this first pack. I'll say hello. I'm Shahanigans. I'm I guess an avid Genesis player and part of the rules team now for Edge of Exile Entertainment and Genesis the card game. Yeah, and avid Genesis player, judge team as well, all that. And Eric, want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Eric L. I am also technically judge. And I also haven't played this game in a year. So, but you can believe everything I say about it because I just know everything about card games.
Yeah, very very smart.
I think that's how it works.
As we showed on the pre-stream, everything said here in this stream is very smart. This is in the title, title card, so it's got to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's get right to it. Let's accelerate the number of packs we're doing every stream. Go. So
yes, okay. Well, let's get an over under 4 packs. Let's up to 6. I say over under 6 packs in the next 2 hours. Let's see. Can we do that?
2 hours, 6 packs. Okay, putting out something, but yeah, I guess we got lots of duplicates. But let's see. So evade right, we did that one. Noshin Resonance, Entangling Encumbrance, Fontanelle.
Yes, if you want our thoughts on any of these cards, you can watch previous videos. Every new card we see during this pack opening, we will go deep into every card.
Yeah.
And tell you everything you need to know about them.
Absolutely. From the Corpse, Rugged Majara, Ashani. Have we done this one? Maybe we have.
Can I see that?
Oh, one? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Let me pull it up.
Is that the Bellum?
No, this is.
Or is that the Phage?
Yeah, the Phage.
Okay, so that's the Phage cycle of the 5 chi 4 health.
Yeah, summons. And this one does what's it called? Electric attack 3, and it's got a damage trigger.
Oh, wow. So this seems to be a thing I've been noticing a lot. Is that you have counterplay in its own color, because this feels like it's a counter against Phage.
Yeah, Phage
and I noticed we had
the color that likes it the most, which is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know we've had some of these other cycles seem like they're good against their own color. So I don't know if that was intentional. I imagine it is, but or just an interesting observation. That being said, this seems like maybe the strongest version of this type of style, but only depending on the metagame, right? Like, I think if you use it properly, or if you use it as a sideboard card against the right deck, it has the highest upside than the other ones.
Yeah.
Of this cycle.
I mean, the cost is pretty reasonable, 50 Nor for 3 attack, 4 health. And then, yeah, that trigger, when it deals damage to a summon, all other summons in the arena with the same name as that summon, all other summons, I guess that's other is a good word to highlight there, take 1 damage. So it's not going to deal 4 damage to a single thing ever. And this trigger is never going to affect a champion or an alteration.
So if it kills that summon, though, trigger still triggers.
Yeah, because the
it
trigger's
can
on
still
dealing
see.
damage, and it's kind of like last known information. It knows that the
Mhm.
attack did damage to a summon and what that summon was. It's kind of
Okay.
yeah. Don't need to worry about if the summon's dead, it doesn't do it. Yeah, but no, solid 5G card. Maybe even maybe a sideboard card. I don't know. We got a lot more powerful and reasonable electric
Yeah. If
attacks in the game now, I think.
Harlequin is a meta champion, then this might be a main board.
Yeah, for sure. And then it's like Harlequin versus Harlequin. What even happens there? Yeah, because you can even hit your own dude. Just like if they've got out ahead, and you play Wanashani, and then just on your own turn, you just immediately just attack your own Pox with a shoddy, and then nuke all the Poxes on the field, regardless of who owns them.
Yeah. Or when your Shani attacks another Shani. Then
Yeah,
it's just, like,
yeah, you get
self-harm.
you get splashback damage on itself. Yeah, two Ashadis attacking each other. They always hit themselves for one and everything. No, fun card. Cool card. All right, this is definitely a new one. So let me bring this one up. Murtar or Murtar. I'm not entirely sure how to do the. There we go. Yeah, I'm not trying to pronounce it apostrophe. Murtar, maybe. But anyway, 6G, 5 health, 14 aura action speed beacon, 4 awareness, swift exert dark attack 3, and trigger dark brand. Anything without dark weakness dealt damage by Murtar gains dark weakness until end of round.
Okay. So interesting. So we do have other cards that give dark brands, and they're in that rain combo deck that probably isn't good anymore. I don't know. I doubt it. It wasn't good when I played, so I doubt it's good now. But the interesting thing about this one is that it's probably going to be used more in a summon based deck, right? Because you wouldn't necessarily put this into your deck if you're trying to run a technique or spell based combo deck. I'd have to see if there's like a way to get a bunch of cheap summons that have dark attack. Then this would definitely be a lot better. So that's something to look out for. If you have a way to basically proc the dark brand a lot in one round, then this would be really good. And if not, then I mean, it just seems fine. It's actually though 5 health, 3 damage, and the brand, and it only have 14 aura. Like, is this undercosted? I guess it is 6G, but this actually just feels like just solid stats, if nothing else.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, because I'm just going to quickly scroll up all the way to the top where we have the new champions, because we do directly have a champion with a Dark Holy Attack 3, Swift, right? So that attack gets buffed by Murtar. So who knows? Maybe there's something here like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dark and Holy are those attack types that are...
Wait, but we don't know what this champion is, right?
Oh, true, we haven't opened it. Sorry, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll talk about it later. Yeah. Good catch. Thanks, Eric, saving us. We have to open
embarrassing
something in a pack. Wow, rude. Before we talk about it. But yeah, cool. Dark brand. Not a lot of ways to give dark brand in the game, I think, compared to the other elements. So cool thing to see. All right, next uncommon. We haven't talked about this one, though. I think we've seen this character having some problem with natural causes on an earlier card. But we got Angel of Justice. Angel of Ice. Cool. So what we got here? 7 chi, 6 health.
What's that? What's her eyes? What is it? What even is that?
It feels like they're covered up, but also blood, or maybe it's like rockiness. Who knows? Like I don't know, man. It's a little scary. I don't know what it is. Something.
A little bit, yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting.
Health,
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. No, I was just reading it. Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah. So yeah, forward awareness, and this is like our cycle, right? So this is the Bellum one, Holy Attack 3, Exert, Flight Continuous, and then Modify. And this one's Modify in order to get to 6 damage each round while an ally has Pacify. Angel of Justice's Holy Attack 3 becomes Holy Attack 6 this round. This is interesting because the other ones are like, well, I guess no, they're all focused on ally, right? When an ally is being destroyed, when and stuff like that. But this one is I mean, it's almost is this like a 7 hate piece? Someone's Bellum, yeah, self hate as well. A little bit of the self hate Bellum, because Bellum's applying pacify, right?
Yeah, well, I think the idea, right, is you have that 3 chi that gives pacify, and then you just pacify one of your own cards, and then you just have this guy smash face, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the way I would probably try to trigger. Like, you wouldn't want to like just run this generally. You'd want to run it with a way to freely give yourself pacify.
Yeah, in a way that isn't...
and the key is if that's worth hurting your own cards or pacifying your own cards for the extra 3 damage, which it might be. Like, that's having a 6/6 pretty consistently is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, immediately thinking about Andaseru, the 3 chi thing, which
exactly, yeah, exactly.
Because that's a way that you're not spending a card and really permanently impacting something negative, right? It's not pacify to land around; it's pacify while something's in the awareness. So it's not going to feel the worst. You can just like, yeah, there we go, got him up. Yeah, just temporarily give one thing pacify, and then let your angel haymaker or something, and then have the thing move, and then it doesn't have pacify anymore. So yeah, probably the safest way to do it.
Because otherwise you'd be spending cards, right? And you don't want to spend cards to trigger this effect.
Definitely not. But yeah.
And your enemies, if your enemy has pacify effects, they're going to use it on your angel. They're not going to use it on, things not your angel. So like, it seems like it's only really good if you can pacify your own things.
Yeah. Awesome. So now we have Scavenge Parts. So this is a dark enchantment, 4 energy to enchant yourselves in Chaos. And then trigger cast. The first time a summon is destroyed around you each round, it doesn't care whose summon it is, just as long as the summon is destroyed. Each round, you gain 1 health. So that is interesting.
Yeah, so this kind of falls into like a weird thing, right? Because like one health per round. Like, let's assume you trigger it every round you have it.
Yeah.
Because if you can't, then why even play this? Right? If you get it like turn 1, and the games generally last around 6 rounds, that's 6 health, right? Is that worth the spot? Right? Like, how much health do you want out of your 6 chi?
6 is pretty reasonable, but yeah, it is requiring work. It's not free. Yeah.
So so like, like at first glance, like, oh, okay, so 1 health a round, so you just like can constantly gain health every turn, but you had to realize that the game has to end at some point and realize and think, how much is it worth? And that's I don't know. Yeah. Because it's not a good top deck, right? Because playing it turn 5, you gain 1 or 2 life. That's not good for 6 chi. Yeah. So I think this falls into an issue of a lot of these enchantments that you need to have them for like long periods of time to gain value, because they give such an incremental value.
Yeah, and you need to justify the card's existence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, a round is nice, and of course, like, I mean, I immediately picked up Harlequin because that's where my mind is going. But if we're talking about this
Bazin's on the card.
Sorry? Oh, Bazin. Oh, Bazin's on the card. Well, I'm just thinking in terms of getting free value because, greedy. Right?
No, I understand.
But
I'm But If
But
the champion's on the card, that means you have to play with them, right?
yeah, but my mind is immediately going back to the version of this card we saw in Origins, which was in Phage, that we were a big fan of, and oh boy, we're probably a fan of it with with Harlequin, which is Repurpose, which was the 5-chi 11 aura. At the end of your turn, you may sacrifice an ally summoning your awareness or a skill attached to you. If you do, then draw a card. I mean, that's what I want to do with Harlequin.
This one's a lot better because it's only 5-chi, right, instead of 6.
Yep.
And drawing a card, which is better than gaining 1 health.
Yeah, it could be anything. It could even gain you health. Who knows? So yeah, just something to think about. You know, we got to compare to the tools that are already out there, right? When we're making our decisions on cards. All right, Waiting Kurma. I think we talked about this one, right? I feel the cast resistance we already talked, but we can briefly go through it. We got a big boy here, 7-chi, forward awareness, 6 health, 5 water attack at swift speed, action, 21 aura, and 3 energy to beckon, and then it's got a cast resistance. Reduce all damage caused by cast abilities to Waiting Kurma by 1. So, I think a reasonable threat. At 7-chi, I'm starting to compare to 8-chis, though, and be like, do I want something with a better awareness, like a further range and stuff? Because another way to resist damage is to not get hit, be out of range.
Yeah, this card does seem like it gets outclassed pretty easily by the HEs, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Since they're HE, but I mean, I think the cast resistance is another thing where it's just, if you know your opponent has a lot of cast damage, it could be pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And so it could be a metagame call as like a top end against certain decks that pop out. But otherwise, if you're not taking advantage of the cast resistance, then it does seem a little underpowered. But
yeah, but Tsunami,
I mean, that's kind of the point.
Tsunami feels a little embarrassing against this guy, because it's just 2 damage and he's got 6 health. So yeah, not bad.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, we got
probably pretty good in draft.
Oh yeah, I think there's a house in draft for sure. It is it's just a boy that's going to immediately hit the board and demand some resources get sent his way, in terms of getting dealt with. All right, and now finally, it was in the same pack too. We get to
calculated.
Yeah, tactical. All right, as our Murder. So yes, we are.
All right, we got Yadiel.
Yadiel. Champion Elf. Satir's colors: Bellum and Chaos. Yellow, purple / black. Yellow, black. Yellow, purple. 100 aura, a little on the lower side, I'd say. Yeah, just.
Yeah.
1 energy though. I think that's the first champion with energy we maybe talked about today, or like so far. I'm not sure. But anyway, Swift Exert, Dark Holy Attack 3. So you deal 3 Dark Holy damage to a target in your awareness. And then Swift Cast. A cast ability to be reduced. You deal 2 Dark Holy damage to everything on target spot around you. Alright, take us away. What do you want to do with this, Eric?
Wow. Well, so this is kind of interesting because it's the fighter in the Bellum Chaos kind of combination, because we have Satir and Kasha, which are the summoner and mage. So now we have the fighter archetype. So yeah, I mean, Murda, as you are heavily implying right now, it could be good because you're increasing the damage that you're dealing, and also you're doing double or 2 different attributes. What I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
In Dark and Holy, and then you also have an AOE that can hit everything on target spot around you too. So you have like a really wide area of attack.
Yeah, right. That's not tied to the awareness.
Always
at
able
all.
to hit something.
Just on the diagonals.
kind of nuts, right? I mean, and 3 damage is also pretty good too. So the 3 damage attack and the 2 damage just like AoE, hit everything. Like both of those, basically area attack, right?
Yeah. No, you should always fear a champion which does 3 damage, because I mean, if the game goes long and everyone's just top decking and then you're just running back and forth, if you're dealing 1 damage and any champion's dealing 3,
Mhm.
that's not a very good numerical exchange. And even
Yeah,
just in general, right? Yeah.
and I have to try to remember the exact cards, but this kind of setup I think allows you to. I'm trying to remember the combos that we set up for this guy.
Oh yeah.
I think he's just very strong as a fighter. That being said, it is kind of a fighter. You kind of go in and hit your opponent until they die. So we'll see what kind of fancy things you can do, but
yeah, I will say
yeah.
another nice thing about the base 3 attack is as a champion, you don't want. As a fighter, you don't want to be spending cards on clearing out the enemy summons, and having a champion deal 3 damage with their main attack is very, very, very nice for a fighter, because it means that like come down to it, you probably have a way to clear out most of the summons on the board in a relative speed, right? The difference between 3 and 2 when you're dealing with summons is like night and day. But yeah, cool. And we got a pox spreader for our token. All right, what's it called? Yeah, another pack down. Let's go. How long did that take us? 23 minutes? All right, we gotta accelerate even further. Zoom.
Yeah, come on. We have five more packs in an hour and 7 minutes.
All right, Dark Poppet, Defensive Pose, Hungry Hound, Light Neck. I think we're maybe hit all the commons. Oh no, never mind. Rampaging Mare. I jinxed myself by saying that. Okay, let's pull this guy up on the big screen. Scroll down to Thymos. There we are. All right, Rampaging Mare, 4 chi, 1 health. Action 5 or very cheap for a 4 chi Beckon. And then an action attack, Earth attack 3. So we got a 3 attack 1 health summon, but it's action. But so many buts here. We've got trigger dash, so this is something that can be responded to. But at the beginning of Rampaging Mare's turn, it may move. So you're not going to be able to triple run up, right? You don't be able to dash, move, and hit something. But dash and move, and then getting a Earth attack. Dash and then move/rotate. That's decent amount of area being covered for, 3 attack and 1 health out of 4 chi.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the key. At 3 damage at 4 chi is pretty good, and it's also super cheap. And it does have dash, although that kind of gets like the fact that it has an action attack and dash, right? Like I feel like they could have not given a dash and given a swift attack. It would have been better.
Yes, this is not a defensive card. Like if the 1 health wasn't wasn't clear enough, this is almost just like a 3 damage 4 chi like spell or technique. Well, spell, I guess, because it's got an aura cost, with a couple extra steps and hoops to jump around. But hey, we got an attribute damage. Maybe there's gonna be ways to buff that, that kind of a thing. Yeah, I like it in the aggregate. I like that it exists. It's a little bit more awkward, but there's also ways to buff it. Which other cards, which were just like, if they, like, for example, like if you could just get 3 damage onto the enemy champion with this, it's done its job. More than its job, right?
Yeah, if you can get 3 damage off on this card, it's actually really good, because it's 4 chi for 3 damage that they also have to deal with. Yeah, I think that's
yeah, the trick is how hard will it be, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
All right, we can keep moving. Yeah, I don't think it's too much more to say there. Malediction Strike, we talked about. Ashani, hello again. Murtar, hello again. Empower, that's a new one. I don't remember a dude sticking his sword up to the sky. Where are you? Empower. All right.
except in every single anime you've ever seen.
This guy's got horns. Is this the bad guy? Is this the demon lord? Who knows? Anyway, we got a 5 chi, forward awareness, swift, 14 aura. That's decently expensive. Cast. A target in Empower's line of sight. Okay, I'm all of a sudden liking this awareness a lot more. Has damage resistance to this round and gains 2 health. Oh no,
Wow.
I'm getting a little bit of is it like PTSD or something from
For
cuz
the championship?
yeah, right? Cuz I'm remembering those angels being protected for 2 health off your champion. And this is kind of a similar thing. You just have to set yourself correct. Set yourself up correctly to pull it off. This is a powerful effect at 5 chi as well.
This actually seems really good. Yeah, because like in other ones, 5G you can kind of stay back while you send your your summons up as to threaten your opponent, and then just while keeping them protected.
Yeah, like a 4 health swing, right? Too,
yeah.
Right? If this is in the middle of combat, there's some
it's actually more, right? Because you project the 2 damage for every time they would take damage that round.
Yeah. So it's basically, it was like, you're not hitting this round. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah. On a 5G, you can put a bunch of these in your deck. Yeah, this card seems pretty good.
Yeah, it's almost like... thank goodness we have destroy effects in the game now, because it's almost like... it almost feels strong enough that you could just like, I'm going to start the round, I'm going to attack that angel, and it doesn't have to be Angel Retribution, almost any angel, right? I'm going to give that resistance too, and how it goes in. Oh, my Violent Buyman was already hard to deal with, because it's attacking with the 2 forward awareness. But now it's got damage resistance too. Scary stuff, man.
yeah. Imagine like having a bunch of summons. Like, alright, I'm gonna swarm him this round, and then they just play this before you get your swarms up, and you just can't deal damage. And it's got more health now.
Yeah. Also interesting stuff. Which. I don't know if I'm going no, I'm definitely going too deep with this, but I'm thinking of it's a target, right? Do you know what our targets, Eric? That's right, alterations. So we can go over to our friend we talked about in the last video for very bad, well not bad, but like silly reasons, and look at Zenith Pulse here. Give my Zenith Pulse additional health, and then
and damage reduction, so it can't hurt itself.
So it survives for 2 additional turns. To be clear, viewers, don't do this. This is a silly line, but it is a line, and therefore it must be noted, or something.
Snare! Oh my god.
Snare? Oh no!
Oh no, Damien throwing the meta.
Oh, is Damien suggesting that? What a horrible person.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great person. I mean, why not both? Yeah, how about a snare that has 3 health? Unfortunately, this won't prevent the snare from losing its health, because that is a straight loss, but that's a thing. Cool. Alright, let's keep going. Chained Carver, Lunge. Ooh, here's one to talk about. Here is one to talk about for sure.
So we have Fang. Fong is my fave champion. This is Damien. Divine, or that last card, that's name I already forgot, and Snare. Sounds terrifying.
Alright, Lunge. Technique melee weapon. 6 chi. 5 energy swift. Basic attack 3 in the forward awareness. Also Swift 5 energy. Place yourself in a spot in Lunge's awareness, so that all. Please note place, so we can get through summons in awkward spots. And then immediate execute. The first time you resolve an ability of Lunge, you may resolve the other ability of Lunge by paying its costs.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, so you can always get both effects going?
You can always get both effects, and from the
Oh my god! And then Essa? Oh wow!
And the interesting thing here is you're going straight to resolving the other ability by playing its costs. So there's actually no response window there. That the immediate in executing itself has the hop or the attack happen, which is very interesting.
Yeah, but you do have to have a target, or you can't just hop and then hit something.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta hit something then hop.
Yeah. But like, yeah, if you hop and there's something that hit, they don't actually get a chance to respond, or they have to see it coming, which hopefully they can, because they can see the card on the stack, right? They can see the hop, and then be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna move so that basic attack 3 doesn't immediately hit me. But that is really interesting. Yeah.
Oh wait, actually no. Could you actually hop and hit something, because you hop, so it resolves. You move forward, and then you immediately pay, and then you can hit something, right?
Yeah, no, like, so it resolves, the immediate goes on the track, and the immediate saying is you can resolve the other ability by paying its cost. So you pay the Swift 5 and immediately resolve it. There's no response window to the second ability, whatever it is.
That's actually kind of insane. So this is this the first instance of immediate damage in the game?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of nuts, huh?
Yeah, that is definitely strong. But I mean, like, to be clear, the response window is when they put the first ability in the stack, and then you see the card, and you're like, okay, what's gonna go down if I let that just resolve, right? So that's what you should be thinking about it. Like, it's not like it's like oh, nothing can be stopped. It's not split second here. It's like you can see the future coming, and you just have to respond when they just initiate the entire proceedings.
What are you supposed to do? Like, make a judgment on what your opponent's supposed to do?
Well, yeah, read the card and see that they can... read the card and think about what that means, I guess.
Are you saying that reading the card explains the card?
It does a little, yeah. But cool card, right? And really interesting use of that effect. Expensive, but I mean, if we're Essa, then it's just like, it's 4 cards, whatever, right?
Yeah, this is just kind of being so many Essa decks.
Yes. And it is 6 chi, so like they've costed this appropriately, I think. Mm-hmm. Cool. Electric Break. I don't think we talked about this break yet.
I don't think so.
Cool. So we got 5 chi. 8 aura action enchant, so that's just going to go on yourself. Pretty straightforward. Trigger: when electric damage is dealt to one or more combatants, if Electric Break has less than 5 counters on it, put a counter on Electric Break. And then we got Swift, and we got the remove 5 counters icon there. Cast: prevent all damage dealt to you this turn. So obviously, this is an interesting run because, the one we've seen, I think we've only seen Earthbreak so far, right? And the Earthbreak is draw a card, so you're just gonna, instantly do that, right? Like, there's not really a downside. If you want to draw cards, you're drawing that card. This one, you kind of want, it's got a threat of activation on it, where it's gonna blank all damage an entire turn, which prevents, large stacks from happening, and the opponent kind of has to chip at you and make you want to do it. But, obviously you're not getting value if you go shields down and just kind of use it. Or not getting as much value from it because of the kind of thing it has to kind of stay banked. Am I making sense, Eric? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's prevent all damage to you this turn, yeah, so you can't just use it. You have to wait for it to actually be effective. And then because it's this turn, they can just wait till the next turn, and there's going to be multiple turns in a round. So it feels like it's only going to prevent like one hit
Yeah.
when it triggers. So yeah, I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah.
Feels like it might be something you throw in, maybe a combo deck that's just like desperate to survive just a hair longer. Otherwise, I don't really see it being played that much.
Yeah, it's a little difficult to get full value out of as opposed to the other ones. But yeah, I mean, who knows? It exists. Proteus. All right, that's right. We've got the first champion with infinite aura, probably. I don't know how math works, but let's pull it up. So we got 25 health Proteus. We're in blue green. We're in Axon Phage. 95 aura, forward awareness, 0 energy, swift exert, water attack 2. So pretty reasonable like attacking ability. Nothing crazy, but nothing too bad. And then immediate mutate. At the beginning of the round, you lose 1 life. Oh no, this Proteus just kills themselves. You just stay away for 25 turns and you win the game. And after losing 1 health at the beginning of every round, including the first round, you gain 10 aura, or your water attack 2 becomes water attack 3 this round, or look at the top card of your timeline. You may put it at the bottom of your timeline. So I guess as the judge here, I'll also note to people that during the pre-game stuff, when you're kind of waiting for the round to start, you're allowed to execute this, but because this beginning of round is going to happen before the card draw, right? Normal people are just used to drawing 6 cards, right? But if you want to, like you look at your first 5, you're like, this is horrible. I really need to make sure that my 6th card is relevant. Then you're going to have to pay that 1 life and then do that. Look at the top card before you draw your 6th card. And I guess if you accidentally, in a competitive, state, if you just go to drawing 6 cards, I guess it's assumed you just chose the second option. The water attack 2 becomes water attack 3 this round because you haven't noted to your opponent that you're getting life and you haven't looked at the top card of your timeline. So I guess there's a little competitive quirk. Make sure, I mean, you're playing Proteus. Hopefully it's the champion you chose. You know how to play it properly. But yeah, just a little warning there. All right, well, what do you think? Yeah, so I guess Proteus has 24 times 10, 240 plus 95, 335 aura, something like that. Yeah, probably. So, Eric, a champion with 335 aura. What are your thoughts?
That's too much aura. But the most expensive cards you can find. So I mean, obviously you want the game to go long to use that aura, but you also don't want the game to go long because you are running out of health. Ideally, you'd have a way to heal that health. And I think the way we kind of use all parts of the buffalo, so to speak, is we combine it with the other breaks.
Yes.
Like when I first saw this guy, I was like a little underwhelmed by him, but he's like really a break champion because he can do water damage. But let's look at the older breaks that relied on losing health, and this guy loses health. So then you can put some of those breaks in, and have a consistent way to trigger them.
Absolutely. Like, I'm going to quickly pop over to Origins and see if I can find them. So, Aura Break is the blue one, which I think is kind of like... We've already got an Aura... method to get Aura, right? With Proteus, with his first ability. So I don't think we need to really worry about using this one. But, if we scramble down to Phage, we've got another break, which I like a lot better. Which is there? Oh, is that it? Nope, that's what's it called? Bio Break? No, that's not what it is. Beacon Break. There we go. With Alta on the board, or say in the art. So this one, is equip as a skill. Whenever you lose health, put a counter on this card for each health lost. And then beginning of your turn, if Beck and Break has 5 or more counters on it, then you may remove all counters from Beck and Break. If you do, place a Rhinovirus, which is just a 3 attack, 3 damage, I think electric attack. Let's just quickly skip down to Rhinovirus and just double check. Yeah, electric attack 3. So just a pretty basic 3 attack, 3 health. I mean, we saw Beck and Break doing damage with Iblis, right? At the championships last year. So this is where my head is at. Yeah, I want free bodies. Yeah, sign me up. That's pretty sweet. Any other thoughts there, Eric? Before we
not really. I just think he's actually going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it's a very fun.
Recommend playing him, trying him out with some of the breaks.
Mm. All right, cool. Let's keep going. All right, pack. How are we doing for time? We're on pack 3, or just starting pack 3. 6:12. I don't know. How does math?
All right, that was what, 18 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. So we're getting better, but I think we need to get even faster if we really want to pull up 6 packs. You didn't make it. You didn't put an easy limit on us here. Okay, let's go. Rampaging Mare, done. Dark Puppet, done. Spirit Guy, done. From the Corpse, Taru. Meat Shield, we talked about that. Siphon Vitality. Toughen Up. I don't think we're talking about this one.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, let's pull up Toughen Up. Toughen Up exists for the Chrono Walkers. Go, go, go. Alright. 3 Chi. Alright. Look at that awareness. It's sweet. But what are we actually doing here? Swift, 3 Aura. Holy cheap, Batman. I guess it's good for Thymos because we're lower aura pools typically. But yeah, 3 Aura, Swift, Defense 2. Prevent the next 2 damage dealt to you by a target in Toughen Up's awareness this round. We've got Shahan's favorite never punished for bad orientation awareness. And then Continuous Modify. While you have been dealt damage by an enemy, Toughen Up's Defense 2 becomes Defense 3 this round. So that's, yeah, while you've been dealt damage by an enemy this round, Toughen Up's Defense 2 becomes a Defense 3. That is interesting. This is just fundamentally an interesting value assessment here, because it's like, if they're coming at you for 2 damage, do you take it so you can block 3 damage later, or do you just block the 2 damage? Like what's the value assessment on that? But I mean, solid 3 Chi for getting in the mix. Definitely maybe a fighter sideboard card. That's where my head goes right at the start. What are you thinking, Eric? Oh, test 1 2. Eric, you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
I'm just trying to think. So,
in terms of the effect you're getting, it feels reasonable for a 3 Chi, right?
yeah, right, because it's 3 health at 3 Chi.
Yeah, but yeah, potentially 3 health. Yeah, absolutely.
So wait, Damien, who did you play at your sealed event? Everyone I played against was Harlequin. Double decay hurts.
Oh,
double decay.
I guess getting decay from multiple things. Yeah.
All right. You can keep going. I'll be right back.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but yeah, Toughen Up. I think this is pretty solid. Like, obviously, saving life does not win you the game, but from a 3 Chi, right? Like, I feel this is doing a reasonable amount of reasonable amount of value for our money. Okay, we've got Plague Dasa, another new one here. Uncommon. I think, yeah, we're mostly getting our new hits from uncommons. Alright, let's take a look at this guy. So, we got 6 Chi, 5 health, 16 aura, 4 awareness, and we got an action, Dark Attack 3. So, even with the 5 health, I'm not too happy so far. Like, the stats feel a little little awkward for use. And then continuous cast. While adjacent to Plague Daza, enemy summons without decay have decay. Okay, so now we're understanding why. So it's got like a passive decay ability. Note that decay hits at end of round, right? That's when decay hits for dealing the hit. I mean, I'll double check that. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, end of the round. Yeah, pro carryout accounts here. I've got the summon card. Yeah, at the end of the round, you lose 1 health. So yeah,
it seems pretty cool. It's an anti-summon card. It seems like an anti-phage card in Phage.
Anti-small boy, yeah, small boy's card in Phage. Yeah, interesting. I feel like the stats are not quite there. I think this is a sweet card in limited, just because the 5 health means you're probably gonna get some damage on stuff.
Although I had to say, so it doesn't give your own summons decay, but it also doesn't give champions decay.
Yes, but in limited, I guess that's fine. But yeah, in constructed, that's much more of a liability. Cool. Ooh, another new one. Uncommons. We're getting lots of new cards off the uncommons. We got Hurricane Thrasher. So, I mean, without looking at the art, does it thrash hurricanes, or is it a hurricane that thrashes? Eric, go. Without looking at the art, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the art right now.
Oh, well then, okay, fine, whatever. Alright, so, okay, well that failed. Alright, 6 cheat, 4 health, whoosh awareness.
I mean, it was you only had to blame yourself.
Yeah, I guess that's my fault. Yeah, whoosh awareness, 15 aura, and then swift exert, area attack 3, Hurricane Thrasher deals 3 air damage to everything in its awareness. This is not one to use if you're building a lots of summons deck. This is much more. I want to yeet this across the board against, and then like hit multiple of the enemy's stuff, and then let them deal with it, and then come within my next one.
Yeah, this seems kind of nuts.
But yeah, that is.
I almost thought this was in the 5G cycle, and I was just like, wait, that can't be right. But it's not. Wow, this seems pretty good. Yeah. It does have a little bit less health, at 4, but this is in Vellum, so you have ways to protect it.
True.
Fling? Yeah, we can fling stuff now.
We can fling, or the other one. There's the card we were just talking about, right? The protection thing. Maybe that's part of the.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily fling it, but you would have it run in there, and then you protect it, right?
Yeah, empower. You can empower it. Give it some more health as well, and some damage.
Well, so then to counter that card, you would run that instant speed Taru generator to block on a site when they do it.
True. Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be fun.
Game's getting look at all these interactions. No, that's really fun. That's really fun. Yeah, this is a cool card. We'll have to see.
Like, I'm gonna protect my guy. Nope, I cast Great Forest. there's now just a massive forest in the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this is like almost a fighter style summon. Kind of feels.
Yeah, because it can deal with
lots of things at
the
once.
board.
Yeah.
When you don't want to, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's like relatively low in aura too, in terms of like what you're getting out of it. So yeah, I can see it.
Cool. Next one, another new card. And we're getting Long Limbs. So this is a really interesting one. So this is a 4-chi, basic attack 2, for 4 energy in Axon. So, I mean, not the we're comparing to Wind Slash, of course, right? So not the best awareness, but hey, wait, they thought of that, even though it's the good, right? 2 damage for 4-chi, we like it, but only 4 awareness. Continuous modify. Long Limbs has the awareness of all the cards you discarded this turn. Oh boy, that is super interesting.
I hope you guys have a good memory.
Yeah, I mean, so like if you're playing with your opponent, please be nice. Please keep you need to be clear what you discarded this turn so that people can see. But like, I'm thinking about late game, the like the tsunamis you discard to dedicated studies and all that kind of stuff when you're low on resources, and like yeah, discarding a tsunami to this is pretty sweet in the late game, right?
Yeah, I mean you have to remember though, it's still only 2 damage, but so that upside of all the awareness, even if you can hit everything in the arena, it's still only 2 damage.
Yeah.
So, but it does seem just like kind of like a solid thing you might throw into your discard deck
Yeah,
as a
right.
way to just kind of fill out your curve, get some cheap damage going.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, think of the
I would
other.
not run this in a non-discard deck. But,
Oh no, absolutely. You want to have like dedicated studies or other
yeah.
ways to just like trigger that. But it is
Yep.
nice to get value for things that you're doing anyway, because like
Yep.
I mean you're doing it anyway. Like do I need to elaborate? All right, and our rare. I don't think we've looked at this one, and this Kai looks pretty solid. It's a 7 chi, 5 health, 18 aura, 4 awareness beacon. And we got Swift Exert, range electric attack 4. But then we've got Action Exert. So, I mean, we already saw the gameplay we were promoting with Fontanella, just keep him at the back. Range electric line attack 4 at action speed. So that's 4 damage on 3 columns of the arena, and it's all the way at the back where no one can interact with it, minus, of course, all those alterations we have, that block line of sight. What are your thoughts, Eric? How much fear?
Yeah, I mean, this seems kind of insane, I guess. I do like this one. Yeah, having that 4 damage with a line of attack, and also having the Swift too makes it not not as susceptible to being swarmed or rushed at, right? And then the 5 health, so you can't just have like Idris laugh at your 16 aura 4 chi. So yeah, no, this seems really good.
Yeah, just purely on the what line attack adds to it, even though it's at action speed. I think this is starting to give Caustic Millipede a rid of run for the money, right? Because obviously Caustic Millipede gets to do the decay thing, but in terms of pressuring the board, right? If you can be keeping away the enemy with like other summons up front, and this guy's just at the back, just being like, "Hey, sup," and then just like doing some silly work for damage almost any way you want. It feels. Yeah, no, this is definitely a card that would be I think worth looking at for constructed deck.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously you'd have 2.
Yes.
You leave them on columns 2 and 4, and then you just have it. You can cover the entire board.
Yeah. But yeah, to just turn 1, don't move, drop a Matkun on your left and a Matkun on your right. Oh no, yeah. I'm terrified.
Yeah. Makuna something. What a wonderful phrase.
Matkuna Hatata. Alright, so here's I can't believe what they've done to my boy, but when I say that, I can't be mad because my boy was a horrible, horrible card. So this is Pull of the Grave. Chaos.
Yeah, amazing card.
Amazing card eventually got nerfed. But anyway, 6 chi, Swift, 12 aura, and 1 health cast. You deal 4 dark damage to everything adjacent to to a target spot that a summon was destroyed on this round. And then trigger execute when a combatant is dealt damage by Pull of the Grave. You may place them on the spot targeted by Pull of the Grave. So we've got some like area denial, some movement control, and we've got some, hey, I'm just to run this Poxbringer up and attack you. Oh no, you killed it. Oh no, that's hurting my plans. By the way, I'm gonna do 4 dark damage to everything around that Poxbringer that ran up. This is a very good card as it currently is. I guess let's discuss the card and then we can talk about the silliness in Future League.
Yeah, I mean it's very it's a lot of damage. It's AoE. You do have to kind of set it up, but that's not that big a deal. It's relatively cheap. Yeah. I think Kasha's gonna really like this card.
And like, it's not even like a summon you control, right? It's just target spot a summon was destroyed on this round.
Yeah, I like this card. And then you also just have the trigger, which might not be all that useful because everything might just be dead already.
Yeah. Yeah, Secret, why is this trigger so worthless? It just kills, the card just kills things. Oh, I'm so mad. Pull of the Grave kills my enemy, so I can't move them. Please fix. But yeah, I guess to tap into Fuchsia League, this was originally deal 4 dark damage to every enemy adjacent to a target spot that a summon was destroyed on this round. So there was no tactical, like, I need to think about how I'm playing this card. It was just like, yeah, you can just make a little, like, big old fight where your summons are in the mix and it's one-sided dark damage to everything adjacent, which obviously that was a little silly and needed to be fixed. But yeah, I can't believe they made my boy reasonable and fair and require thinking to be played. Why would they make me? Why does Edge of Exile make me want to think, or why are they forcing me to think? This is rude. I never asked for this.
Oh man, if you didn't want to think, you should have played a different card game.
Rude. And then we got Legaia for our champion. Alright, crushing through packs. How long ago was the last pack? It's now 6:27. So we're 1 hour in? Yeah, oh my gosh, we're starting pack 4? Is that right? Are we doing it? Are we hitting 6 packs today?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
That's okay, we can still screw it up. I believe. Okay, Mental
We have
Dagger.
the power.
Rugged Majara, Blood Feast, Ruin Sculpture, Shield Bash. We talked about that. Oh, I mean, you don't need to talk too much, but because it's a reprint. But Senate Remains. I'm gonna have to ask the artist.
Damien, how did it has potential for 6 damage combos? Pull of the Grave.
Yeah. Well, Damien.
Oh, you just passed it.
Oh, yeah, right. There it is, yeah. Damien's saying pull of the Great is potential for 6 damage combos in the chat. Reveal your secrets, Damien. Chrono Walkers want to know. But Senate Remains. So yeah, Alteration, Reprint, 5 health, Action, 8 aura, Create, place Senate Remains on an unoccupied spot in the arena. Trigger, Execute. Whenever a summon is beckoned onto Senate Remains, the champion who beckoned it may look at the top 2 cards of their timeline. They may send any of those cards to their memories, but the rest on top of their timeline in any order. So this is like the, what's the card from the Phage card? The 3-chi that you pay a health and get to look at the top 2 and...
Oh, yeah.
Do the same thing. Something, is it? Don't remember. Solid card.
I know what you're talking about. Because we recommended it to be played in, Iblis, and then someone did, and it was good.
Yeah, and it was good.
Okay, so Dark Brand and the Snake card.
Oh, the Snake. It's like Serpapard Ascension or something like that, right?
Yeah, Serpapard Ascension.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look up those ones and figure out what he's up to there.
Yeah, so that's interesting, right? Because the Reina TK deck was a dark base deck where you had a 3 damage 6G. Now we have a 4 damage 6G. And you don't even need to be next to them to hit them. So yeah, that could be kind of interesting if you can somehow swing that. Have something die next to your opponent and then pop all your damage without having to worry about being next to your opponent. All right, yeah, maybe we'll get some OTK decks back into the game.
Don't do it. But yeah, Senate Remains, just a reprint. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's not a reprint.
But yeah, it never really saw play. Just kind of didn't do enough, right?
Well, it's not a reprint though, right?
Oh, it's not a reprint. I thought this was a. Okay, my bad. I thought this was a reprint. From like older, much older.
I'm pretty sure it's an upgrade.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I guess we should talk more about it. But yeah, for me, even at 4-chi, I feel this effect isn't quite doing enough. the summon has to be beckoned onto it, right? It's not like River Knee where you are just moving on and
Libraries
off.
Haas. Is it Libraries to Haas?
Oh, is that what I'm thinking of? Does something similar?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, we can look that up later. But my mistake then if it's not a reprint. But yeah, I know, Eric. What are you thinking here? Like, you have to beckon the summon, so like, you have to pay.
Yeah, the fact that you have to actually beckon it makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for filtering. So, you know what? I would have to try it out. I bet if you could get, because it's one of those things where you might want one out, but you don't want, any more than that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So you don't want to put too many in your deck, and if you don't put too many in your deck, you're not going to get it. And if you don't get it, then it's not actually a good card because it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I do think it actually is kind of decent. If you can get, like, once every turn this effect to trigger, you can really filter your cards out, provided you don't get fatigued.
I mean, the 3G, costing 1 health, so it's not asking any other resources, is also a big part of the Phage 3G that does a similar effect.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if, like, at a 4G and 8 aura, I mean, like, if you get 2 activations of this, has it paid for itself? Maybe it has. Yeah. Interesting. We'll have to see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Benign Acclamation, Toughen Up, Southpaw, Cornered Respite, Somatic Reflexes, I mispronounced this, I remember, Blood Spear, Archon of Vengeance. Okay, so this is the one when we got to, like, Angel of Revenge. I was like, are they best friends? Or are they fighting for the same...
yeah, that's the issue with this card, right? They're both 7 chi, and they both are payoffs for the same deck. So, I think... So basically, one of them is going to be playable, and the other one is not going to be playable.
Yeah, but they are different colors, though, right? Because our Angel of Revenge is red, right?
No, Angel of Death.
Oh, Angel of Death, you're thinking of. Oh, yeah, I was thinking of Angel of thing. But yeah, you're right. There's a similar. They're caring about similar stuff. Absolutely.
This is the Yamaraja card for the stream.
Oh,
well, the funny thing. Oh wait, the first time an ally is destroyed by an enemy trap. Oh man, this card has been heavily. It's so nerfed.
Oh yeah.
I remember when it wasn't once per turn, and it was just like when an ally was destroyed, and you would just sacrifice everything to Soulfire, get a billion triggers, and then attack them a lot.
But still, I mean, 2 attacks off a 17 aura, pretty cheap for a 7 chi. But like stats are a bit lower, so like 4 fire attack and 5 health. But I mean, if you can get 2 attacks off this consistently, that it's interesting. Maybe this is another secret Harlequin card, right? You just like
I guess
Pox,
one thing
Poxbringers.
Yeah, it might be actually. And one thing that's actually kind of key to note is that the ally doesn't have to be destroyed around or near this card.
Yes.
It can be anywhere. Yeah. So that's actually kind of huge.
Also place. So we're not going to get blocked by almost anything in terms of the thing. We're just going to get there.
How would it work if a card had 2 of this effect on it?
Oh gosh.
They would both trigger. So it would both trigger. You would put both triggers on the stack. First in resolve, you'd move it, and then in response to the second trigger, you could attack.
Yeah,
and then resolve the second trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you have Yamaraja. You stack this effect up a bunch of times. Have one of your guys die, and they go boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's right.
We figured it out. We just need to play some 17.
We broke Yamaraja. Yeah.
Just with Yamaraja, we can get there. All right. Ooh, we got another one of the Blade Cycle for our next rare. We got the blue one. That's exciting. So let's pull.
Ooh,
this
the
up.
blue one.
Dream Blade. So forward awareness. Swift. 7 chi. Swift, 6 energy, or discard another card and pay 2 health. You deal 3 damage to a target in Dream Blade's awareness. So 7 chi, 3 damage is pretty low. But we got a trigger. When a champion is dealt damage by Dreamblade, they must discard a card or pay 10 aura. That
Interesting.
is interesting.
Before we discuss this, Steven just said it could be good summon for Adara.
Oh, for Archon, yeah.
Give several out at once, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Adara. Adara is the what's it called? Deal 1 damage, remove exert counters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it's not really a combo, but it's just like you can get 3 attacks with this guy with Archon of Vengeance.
Yeah, I think Damien's right about this current card, Dreamblade. The fact that your opponent gets to choose whether they discard a card or pay 10 aura makes this card probably not very good.
Yeah, though I will say...
And 3 damage at 7 chi is pretty bad, so I'm actually really disappointed in this card.
Yeah, me too. But the only saving grace on it is because it says must discard a card. That means if they have no cards in hand, they are paying the 10 aura, or as much aura as they can, right? That's how the way must works. But yeah, absolutely. Like, there's a lot that needs to go right for this to be worth it. And at 7 chi, like, only getting 3 damage almost feels like a liability. And of course, like, if you need to clear summons so you can get your other stuff, I mean, your 7 chi is not going to be able to clear the way for your other cards to, you know, deal more damage or stuff. Like, yeah, it's a little awkward. Who knows? We could be completely wrong because of, like, the alternate cost on this. But it does feel like it needs a little bit more. But
yeah. And of course, you know, we haven't actually played this card.
Yeah.
So we're just judging it based on, you know, our experience of the game. So it's hard to say. Maybe in a dedicated, you know, discard deck, you can force your opponent to have no cards in hand and then try to trigger the aura pay a lot to try to, you know, get them out of resources. That'll be a fun deck. Make them discard their whole hand, remove all the aura, and then just wait for them to mill out. Because it does so little damage, you can't kill them anyway.
Steven has a great question. I will throw that out the chain. My instinct would be that the ore is where the split is happening. Like, if they want it to be 2 health always, it would need to be 6 energy and 2 health, or 1 discard and 2 health. Yeah, like, so it's not 6 energy or discard 1 and then do 2 health. It's, my understanding is the split would be around the ore. But great question from Steven Penn.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to know that. And yeah, David, I kind of agree. I think there should be 6 chi. I do think at 6 chi, you'd have to make the card more expensive. And I can understand why it's at 7, because if you make it too easy to put aura cards that like drain your opponent's aura in your deck, that can create like unfun game situations where your opponent, you know, just can't play their cards. Right, because they're discarding cards or they're having no aura. And so I can see why, like, that's kind of an annoying effect to have in a game. So I can see why it's at 7 chi. But I think they went kind of lower on the power level because it's such a scary effect.
Yeah.
So I think power level wise, I agree. 6 chi probably would have been better. But I think from a gameplay perspective, I'm glad that it is at 7.
Yeah, I'm glad they were careful.
You could like put twice as many 6 sheets as you put 7 sheets in your deck. It's like or something. It's like a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much, but it is a lot. Cool. All right, next pack. Let's go. So Smoke, Vault, Aura Surge, Angel of Words, Graven, Cleanse, Pestilent Consumption, Healing Wave, Sensory Shock. I feel this one is new. Let's take a look at that. We got a Phage card. We're just burning through the commons now. So Sensory Shock, 4 chi, Phage card. Left, right, and forward awareness. Shahan's favorite never get punished awareness. Swift, 11 aura. Cast. Deal 2 electric damage to a target in Sensory Shock's awareness. When a champion is dealt damage by Sensory Shock, they gain Dazed this round. And then Dazed is, you cannot play cards with the same name as cards in your memories.
So I think it's the first time we've seen Dazed, like the
it's a new
the status effect.
Yeah,
new ailment. Yes, too much remnant too.
which created
which is very interesting. I think this is a hate card for the Senate remains. There we go. Just to make sure that card doesn't get crazy. Yeah, no, it's kind of interesting because it can reward your fatigue cards, right? Because fatigue, I guess, hasn't really been that strong. Yeah. Right, it's just better to kill them.
And it's also exerting pressure towards not just min-maxing. This is my 7-chi. It's the best 7-chi in the slot, and I'm just going to play 10 of it. Note that play won't stop stuff that's already on the stack, but hey, we'll take what we can get. But no, like I like that Dazed exists. I think that's a great new element to add to the game. It's exactly the kind of thing I want to see in the game. And I
expect to be asked to see your memories a lot.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's your memories? Can I see them?
But yeah, 4-chi, 2 damage, and a reasonable awareness. I think this is just a solid card. Yeah.
Yep. And I also just another thing is that if you were playing this card, just ask to see their memories every single turn, so they don't know
so
if you have this in your hand.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's tips and tricks for the competitive player, Eric Lind, right here. Cool. Loss we already talked about. Alliance leader. Reform position. Was it reform or is it reform? We'll have to read the card and then we'll figure it out.
Reading.
Where'd it go? There it is. So reform or reform position. Technique maneuver. It does not have 5 health. That is a misprint because it is a technique. Techniques do not suddenly have health. You cannot punch a technique. And then we got Swift.
I mean, maybe
maybe I can. Yeah, okay. Swift. 3 energy and 1 discard. So we're burning 2 cards no matter what. Move to a spot in the discarded card's awareness. Oh my gosh, I love this card in Future League. I remember. Same. I don't know what it was called, but it was.
Although I preferred when it had 6 health. It was better than.
Oh, you like that? Oh no, I'm a big fan of this card. You're paying a reasonable cost with the 2 paying 2 cards.
2 cards.
But
for someone like the one that draws 2 cards every turn. I blocked her out of my memory. Anubia. You discard your extra tsunamis, right, or something like that. You have like a crazy amount of movement and mobility.
Yeah.
Because it's a relatively cheap cost otherwise on a 4-chi. And then you also have other cards, right? There's that you can get value out of by discarding. And say you use this, discard a card even if it doesn't get value out of it, and then you play your Hellbent or your Heckbent cards for free.
Yeah, Mental Dagger is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Right? You get to.
Well, no, because that's not a Heckbent card, right? That's just discarding card. I was talking about Loss.
Oh, gotcha.
And then Somnium.
Right. Yeah.
That are free when you have when you're low on cards.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no.
This card's great.
Yeah, and I like it's just like Vault. It's a card that gets better the longer the games goes. The longer we have like the lower on resources we go, the better this gets. Because if I'm at 5 aura, then that tsunami get to move to anywhere in that 2x3. That's that's their speed. That's nice. All right, our first rare of this pack, and it's another new one. And I think this is the one that when you got lost in the labyrinth, you end up looking at this card.
When I got blinded by the light?
Yes. So Blinding Light, 6-chi Bellum card, Holy Spell, 15 aura Swift, cast. You deal 1 holy damage to everything in the arena. And then trigger. When a combatant is dealt damage by Blinding Light, it gains Pacify this round. That's
Wait. Blinding Light is your favorite card, David, but it can't get copied by Yamaraja.
You can't even play with Yamaraja.
It is not an epic foil.
This is not an epic.
Don't worry. I'm sure Shahan would gladly, freely give you. No, I can't even promise.
I mean, Eric will definitely gladly give away my cards. I mean, that's for sure.
Our cards, comrade.
But yeah, everything in the arena. So you're pacifying yourself as well, is something to note here. But yeah, I mean, 6G by a turn? I mean, what are we thinking about this? How
yeah, it's like a fog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Turbo Fog might be actually pretty good in this new set for you have a yellow Bellum, Axon, Turbo Fog discard deck.
You're gonna have to convince me on this because these fogs cost a non-renewable resource, so you have to convince me on this harder.
Well, you make it so no one has any aura, right? Because then you hit them with Dreamblade, and then everyone is just like running around until they deck out.
Okay, yeah, just really fun deck that requires on 2 chi negative cards, a 6G and a 7G. Yeah, no, this will definitely work. Yeah.
So, Steven is asking, Steven or Stefan?
That's Steven.
But anyway.
But yeah,
is there a spectral status in the Genesis where you can't be hit?
Yeah, there's I think a Welcome to Digital Horror card, which if you're standing on it, like Haunted Catacombs or something like that, where if you're standing on it, you have spectral.
Yeah, but the spectral just prevents attack damage, right? And this is not attack.
I'm not sure. It's been so long, and the card.
Steven, okay, Steven, thank you. So, or you know what? Who else is interesting with is Iblis.
Is it going to be in? I don't even know what I'm looking at right now.
I don't know, but with Iblis, right? You play this, and you can still attack and do damage, but
okay, that did not make it bigger.
Fun fact: I made this card. Oh, did you design this card, Damien? I made this card be called Blackout and Chaos and Dark Damage. I see.
Cannot be targeted by attack abilities. Yeah, you're right. Spectral only prevents targeted damage, and only by attack abilities too. So, cast abilities.
Well, no. You'd still get hit even if you're spectral.
Yeah, you would still get hit with this. So unfortunately, that does not work.
But if you're Iblis, you could play this, and you will prevent that 1 damage, so you won't get pacified. So, if you want to have a one-sided fog, you can try that.
Oh, true. Yeah. There we go.
We broke it.
Yeah. Iblis going for the 1-turn kill, as we always see Iblis decks do. Yep.
Give yourself Holy Resistance.
Ooh,
how do you give yourself Holy Resistance?
Oh, Holy Resistance? I don't know. Just give yourself damage resistance with the Archon. That's just easier. Use Archon as light. There you go. Oh, that's attack resistance.
Oh, that's actually.
Yeah, that's on the attack. Darn. Okay.
Right.
So
they I wonder if that was designed that way.
Anyway, we've got I think my favorite of the Angel cycle.
Yes, same here.
Which is Angel of Bliss. Yeah, because tell me something that is more like bliss than just getting rid of your thoughts, right? That's what bliss is.
Yeah.
7 chi.
That's right.
6 health. Forward awareness, beckon, 20 aura, holy attack 3, flight obviously, and then continuous modify. Each round while 1 or more cards have been discarded, Angel of Bliss's holy attack 3 becomes holy attack 6 this round. I love this card. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I think this is the best Angel I think of the set, and hopefully this will encourage discard decks to kill their opponents. So I think that's another huge plus too.
And yeah, let's keep in mind that, I mean, we don't have to play bad discard cards which don't actually progress our game state, that don't actually win the game. We can just play dedicated studies and just be discarding cards to filter our hand to find our Angel.
What if I want my opponent to feel bad?
I mean, do they feel bad when they're dead? Oh, I guess they don't. Oh, that's a good point. Well then. You have to trap someone in a game for them to feel bad. All right. Well,
yes, that's right.
Well, I guess Eric Lynn, senior feel badologist on the Chrono Orcus team, will have to explain what's the best methodology for that.
I've got a lot of experience making people feel bad.
And then we've got Yadiel and Skeleton Warrior, which I mean, just a 1/1 exert. I mean, this is what's made by the corpse heap.
And then killed by the corpse heap.
And then immediately murdered. Yeah, so it's like, do you even need a token?
Well, let's go into a deep discussion on Skeletal Warrior.
All right, go for it. Go.
Good idea.
You go for it.
It's bad. Get it out of here.
Okay. Back to the subconscious it goes. They didn't feel deep, but I mean, what do I know? All right. I think this is our 6th pack. So
this is our 6th pack. If we can finish in 9 minutes, we will.
Well, no, because you said in 2. Where you said in 2 hours. I don't think we've even hit an hour.
I said an hour and a half.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh, did I say 2 hours?
I think you did. If only there was a way that people could rewind and like
but there isn't. So
punish you for. Yeah, good thing you didn't do it in a way that's infinitely what's it called? Detectable. Oh, words are hard. I'm getting sleepy too. All right. Anyway, Gelid, Lightnet, Raging Rooster, Ondaseru, Bloodblade, Leg Sweep, not a 3-chi, Blood Feast, Plague, Dasa, Loss, Stalwart Defense, Lasting Advice. Oh, we almost got through all the uncommons. But we do have a new card. Or is it a new card? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a new card.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Was this a contest winner?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was.
Because wasn't there a whole thing where contest winners weren't credited with?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. There's no credits on the current cards for contests or anyway. Yeah, that's a change.
Well, I'm glad I left my contest winnings after that. You know.
But anyway, lasting advice. We got a 5-chi. Whoa. Swift, 7 aura, and discard a card. Cast. You gain 2 health and draw a card. So it's kind of, is this dedicated studies at home? This is dedicated studies for non-blue players?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
You don't need, like, you have to discard up front, but you do get to draw a new card.
Yeah.
And you gain 2 health. Which is, I mean, that's kind of like drawing a card and playing it, I guess. How do we value this?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like gain 2, what, 5-chi? I mean, I guess you're filtering your hand out and you're maybe triggering some discard effects. I mean, I could see this being played in a discard deck if aggro is super in the meta, right?
Or just Iblis kind of being silly and mean.
Oh man, actually Iblis.
Yeah, this might.
You mentioned that this actually could go into Iblis because Iblis can't play her cards. So
yeah, she doesn't have resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Demon's saying that I think Jalarian Tiger, if from the Discord, from the fan Discord, is the one who discovered it, which is like that's sick.
Yep.
But yeah, cool. Iblis with this is maybe a little scary. We'll have to see because it's neutral chi, so I guess it's eating up our beck and break slots, and our draw break slots, but I mean it's doing something pretty reasonable for Iblis, right? Because gain 2 health is basically gain 3 health for Iblis, right? So, at least. All right, Burning Abomination. I think we talked about this one.
I don't think we did.
Oh, we did?
Or I don't remember.
Cool. All right. Well, this one has a fun. I have a fun story, I guess, from it, which was
go for it. After you.
After we read the card. Yeah. So it's a 6-chi, 4 health, forward awareness, and we got a swift fire attack 5, so that's pretty reasonable. And then we got action 18 aura for Beckon, and also action 12 aura for Resurrect Beckon. So it gets cheaper in the what's it called? If something died, you get to just play it for cheaper, which seems pretty reasonable in Chaos or in Harlequin, which but yeah, my fun story is when we were going through like the rules team was doing final proofs for going over the final proofs before printing. I saw this card and there was no Resurrect Beckon on it, and I was like, why do we have a rare which is just a 5 fire attack, so speed at 4 health, at 6-chi, and it just has a Beckon ability. And it's like, I feel this has a Resurrect Beckon before, right? So I think there was like accidentally the Resurrect Beckon ability got dropped from it. going from a step C to D. But yeah, fortunately it was caught, so we didn't just have a rare, which is just like 5 attack, 4 health, a vanilla rare. And yeah, much more interesting card like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm glad that it has it too, right? Because like 12 aura for this is amazing. But the fact that you can still play it even if you don't get the resurrect, I think the restriction on resurrect beckons is why resurrect beckoning has never really been a thing, right?
Yeah.
Besides the fact that resurrect beckons haven't been good.
Yeah. Like, summons in general haven't been as good as we've been seeing, even in the Invasion stat. Even in Origins, I think. Origins pumped them up, and then Invasions is pumping stuff even more. Like, well, it's side grades, not just straight power creep, to be clear.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when you have summons like Jalara Hound, and then you have spells like Tsunami, it's like, anyway. But yeah, so this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, right. If they had left it off, yeah.
Yeah, if they left it off, it would have been a little sad. But no, we caught it. Everything functioning as intended.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's called Abomination. It doesn't have a 6 string attack that one shots you on every single one, though. So, is it really an abomination?
Well, Steven's saying it would have been an abomination of a card if it didn't have the Resurrect Beckon.
Yeah, definitely.
How do they?
So for the Dark Puppet, yes, Genesis, is back, definitely. Hopefully, I definitely have some more thoughts about Genesis and stuff like that, but that's for a different day. Yeah. But anyway.
But yeah, I like this one. Card. Oh yeah,
so this is one for Dark Puppet, right? If you think about it, it's either this card or the one that gains 3 life, the amalgamated something or other. Yes, Pile Heap would trigger this. Yep.
Yeah, corpse pile.
Corpse heap.
And then whatever the step out of the corpse is as well. That was a card. From the corpse. There.
So,
corpse heap. Okay.
So we had to look into seeing what's better, this one or that one that has that drain 3 attack, right? Because they're both very powerful Resurrect Beckons, and if you can like drop a bunch of these at the opponent's end step before they can really get a chance to respond, you can do some dirty things. Yeah, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So
yeah, I want Cobbled Amalgate to be good, because that's exactly the kind of thing I want to do. I just want to gain life and make people just like oh no, it's just getting worse and worse. Cool. And Waiting Kurma.
So they have a 20 health one, and then they just kill it with the natural causes.
Yeah, there's that. But they had to kill it with natural causes, not they just kill it, they had to kill it. Points at the camera, they had to do it. Alright, and then I'm very excited about this one. Full art, or borderless rather, Harlequin. Look at that.
Yeah. That one looks pretty sweet.
Yep. That is sick. I guess we can even compare. So
do you have the foil?
I do not have a foil, unfortunately. I would love a foil.
Well, we got a full art foil one with spot foiling from the championship last year.
Oh yeah, I still have that. Yes, I do still have that.
Yeah, so David, just to be clear, no, you wouldn't be able to trigger the Abomination attacking. What I mean is the Dark Puppet would give you Swift Resurrect Beckon, so you would summon it at the end of the turn/round, and then you would start the rounds with a whole bunch of these abominations right in your opponent's face, and then you would hit them with them. Is the idea?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that looks pretty sweet. I like how it bleeds into the rules text.
Yeah,
like, you don't need to know
what's called. Yeah, and also in front of the champion, her head. Or their head, creepy child's head. I don't know what they are. It's just like it just walked the other way on a dark night is what they are. Yeah, no, it's really nice. Oh, I also like how it's not just the art stretched, in case you were wondering. Like there is actually art behind the black border, which gets revealed instead of I know the first time Magic did extended art borders, it was just stretching. I was like, what? Yeah, I was just like, that's just a downgrade, sir. But yeah, that is sweet. And
doing that is a clear sign that you have corporate suits in charge of the art and not artists in charge of the art.
Yeah. All right, we're going to our 7th pack. Bum, bum, bum.
Wow.
We got an entire half hour left of this stream.
Insane. If you do 2 more packs, we'll double our total output.
Oh my
in one
gosh.
sitting.
Far Shot. I don't know. You talked about this. Vault, Aura Surge, Graven, Healing Wave, Brain Beast, Realigned, Delayed Protections. Yeah, we talked about that. This round and next round. Springing Mole, love it. Curse of Retaliation. Spilled Knowledge. I don't remember this.
I don't think we talked about that one.
We've got
let's look at it.
Kato. Don't spill your knowledge, Kato. You're already old. Dementia's coming for you. Anyway, 5G, Enchantment Curse.
Don't remind me.
No, you're not. You're not Kato. You're Eric. Forward awareness.
What? Who?
Action 6 aura. Attach as a skill to target champion and spill knowledge's awareness. Trigger when the resolution of an ability makes you discard a card. Makes you discard a card. An enemy champion gains 10 aura. If you cannot discard a card this way, that enemy champion draws a card instead.
So you were worried about running out of aura. Here we go, infinite aura. Let's go in our discard deck.
Yeah.
This card seems pretty cool. I like it.
I mean, get it on the enemy, and then they what's it called? They play dedicated studies. Yet they discard 2 cards. This triggers twice.
Yeah.
And you gain 10 aura.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, 20 aura for each trigger. Like.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's done its work there. Is this like an Axon Mirror Breaker? Or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
This is sweet. No, this
this card seems pretty cool.
This feels like the champion curse I'm most excited to play so far. Like the breaks and stuff, like the enchantments you put on yourself are being solid, but this is a lot. That's a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
For
and one other key thing about this one is a lot of enchantments or alterations for that matter. You only want 1, so there's like a hard to like build your deck around it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to put too many in there, because if you draw too many, it's bad. This is an Aura Purge. But this one stacks, so you don't mind throwing a bunch of these in your deck. I can see putting like 6 to 8 in your deck. Maybe that's too many, but like 4 to 6 in your deck. Because you wouldn't mind getting like 2 of these on your opponent. And
yeah.
That's insane. I mean, even just 1, right? Like a discard deck, a dedicated discard deck wants this card so badly. This is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is
that way you can play more of those angels. Oh, yeah.
No, this is a really cool card. Yeah, like obviously there's like the whole you don't want to draw this late, but I mean even late. I mean, there's so many discard tools in this set, right? That Axon's going to be playing to get value, like the long limbs and stuff. That to just get value in the late game when you don't have the ability to pay aura for stuff, but you can pay discard cast or Somnium. And then this is like even late game. It's like punishing everyone, the Axon's late game card. So yeah, this is like a self-hate, and it's a powerful one. Woo!
So I also want to point out, though, key thing, is that this doesn't trigger if you discard as a cost to pay for an ability. It's
true. Yes, good point. Good, yeah. So it doesn't work on those. Right. It's a resolution of ability making you discard. Yeah. No, thank you for that.
So dedicated studies would still work or still make this trigger. But yeah, one of the other ones would not.
But yeah, not Somnium, not your Cobbuses. Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Blood Whip. We talked about this. That's an uncommon. Healthy Inspiration.
Blood Whip.
Another Burning Abomination. Oh, yes, the 2 rares already talked about. Let's go. Just chaining. Pack 8. We might get through the entire box at this rate. We'll have to see how far we get. How many packs do I even have?
Oh,
left?
we got a speed demon over here.
All right, never mind. Okay, never mind. We got 8 packs left. So yeah, we're not gonna do 8 packs in 25 minutes. But we'll do as much as we can. Malediction Strike.
Only if every card in all those 8 packs are cards we already have, I guess.
True. Yeah, Mitosis.
And even then, I'm sure we can find the way to.
Pestilent Corruption, Raging Rooster, Pox Spreader. No, don't out us. Meat Shield, Shield Bass, Corrupt Opportunity. That sounds new. There we go. Okay, another champion curse in Phage's time. Attaches his skill to target enemy champion and corrupt opportunities awareness is a 4-chi. 9 aura, forward awareness. Continues. You cannot play more than 1 card with the same name in the same round. Okay, so it's kind of like Dazed. And then continuous execute. While corrupt opportunity is on the stack, the target champion cannot play cards with the same name as other cards on the stack.
Wow.
And it's Swift. This is a curse that interacts with a stack.
Wait, is this really good?
Yeah, this is really interesting.
Yeah, because that's actually, it seems pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't respond like. It's just like, I play this. Okay, in response, I play this. Then that's it. There's no more building the stack with the same card.
Yeah.
And then once it's
and the
resolved,
funny thing is,
it's still doing the same thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Run up to Iblis, and then play in response to the first break they put on, or other enchantment they put on. Haha. One of each round.
No, this seems like a huge punish for people that
play 10 bolt shots.
So actually, let's think about this. Prediction rust. We get around it. That's the one where you can return it to your hand, right? I'm trying to think how that would work.
No.
I would say.
Oh yeah, as other cards on the stack.
Technically, yeah. Yes. While it's in the stack, yes.
But once it's equipped, no.
But once it's on, yeah. Even if you bounce it back to your hand, you actually can't play it again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the last set, so I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be brutal for some people. All you bolt walkers out there, you know.
Watch out, yeah.
Huh. Card's coming for you.
That is.
Imagine only doing 4 damage per turn. Oh.
Oh no! What if Iblis plays this and stops you from? We'll have to see. No, this is a really interesting card. Another super interesting and super playable, I feel, curse. We'll have to see how things shake out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Sweet.
Tarustad.
And I would say, I also want to say one last thing is that there's actually a little benefit to having multiple copies of this, because it can prevent them from playing a card that you've already played on the stack, if you already have a copy. If you already have a copy of it,
that's
true.
In the mirror, huh?
Yeah.
So when you put this on the stack, they can't play their corrupt opportunity. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a fun one for judges. All right, water break. Every break must be sung. 5G.
Water break. Can we show this on stream?
Yeah, I mean,
should we get them to the hospital?
Oh yeah, no, Ligaya definitely should go to a hospital. Damn, that's blur that section. But 5Chi, action 8 aura enchant, trigger. Counters whenever water damage is dealt to one or more combatants. So that's anywhere, not just by you, not just by your allies, anyone. If water break has less than 6 counters on it, put a counter on water break. Swift, remove 6 counters. Cast, gain 3 health. This is sick. This is just a good card.
Yeah. This seems pretty good.
Yeah, no threat of activation, but it costs more counters compared to the Phage one.
I recommend Proteus.
Yes.
Art does water damage, and Axon just throw a bunch of water cards in there, and this helps counteract the life loss that you're having. Yeah, no, it just seems good.
Yeah, no, this seems like a really solid card. Yeah. Cool. Earthen Rupture, that's a new... Oh, and that was our rare. And here's our second rare. Earthen Rupture. So let's get to Thymos. Was that up or down? I think up. Yeah, there we go. Earth and Rupture. All right, let's take a look. 6 chi.
Well, everyone knows that red comes before blue in the alphabet.
Yeah, true.
Thymos comes before Axon in the alphabet.
6 chi. Forward awareness. Action 7 aura. Cast. You deal 3 earth damage to everything in Earth and Rupture's awareness. Okay. Action. Blah. But swift 14 aura. Okay. You deal 3 earth damage to everything in the arena that has been placed by a non-beckon ability this round. Huh. So the Harlequins, Pox Spreaders, any replicate beckons. Anything that just causes something to be placed. Because if your champion plays like a vault, right? And then you place yourself, or the hop or lunge, or is it? Which has the hop.
That's a good point. It's not
place.
just if they've come into play, if they've been placed. But
Yes.
So yeah, anything that places something too. So wait, hold on.
So
Kato places things with his ability.
Oh yes! No! Kato's protection. No.
What do you mean? You mean Kato's damage? You know, he
Oh
places.
no!
You place something
Kato
down.
plays this. Oh dear.
You just go around, you place all their cards, and hit them with this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, Warp Strike, just casual placing in the meantime, and they're like, why do you keep on moving my stuff? Don't worry about it. And then keep Warp Striking around. And then all of a sudden, like, it's only ever going to do 3 damage to each thing, but still, It's like, build your own meteorite at 6G with Kato.
It seems like a decent card. It definitely seems like a metagame pick, right?
Yes, for sure.
Depending on what's good in the game.
Yeah, just like the base like action 7 aura is a little like 3 damage at action speed for 6 chi is a little.
Yeah, but 7 aura is pretty cheap, and it does hit everything.
Yeah, there's no targeting here.
It's something
so
you
can
do.
Move.
Yeah, you can kill the parries, right?
Yeah. And also you can move around to try and make sure it hits. So it's not horrible.
Yeah, but this is an interesting one. It's definitely gonna get some people and just like hit like 5 or 6 different things.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me just do 20 damage with my 6G.
I mean, I've got to imagine that like Pyrokinetic Hound feels like it's being pushed for constructive play, right? The is it an uncommon?
Which one?
I'm gonna grab the prokaryotic. Sorry, I said pyrokinetic. Prokaryotic Hound, right? Are summon that replicates, and it's only 15 aura at 6G for 4 health. Call it 3 health because it get decay to 3 bodies. So like I gotta imagine Harlequin's gonna play this because like get 3 bodies off 1 card, but then Earth and Rupture will kill the subconscious card, the white border one. It'll kill that, and it'll kill the Pox Spreader. So there's definitely something there. You're probably killing a couple of Pox Spreaders, which you don't want to pay 14 aura off a 6G just for the Pox Spreaders. But if you're getting a couple of replicates and you're getting a couple Pox Spreaders, maybe this is solid against Harlequin as well.
I will say though, there is something. I'm not sure if Harlequin wants replicates because getting 3, because you're basically getting kills mitosis, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're basically getting 3 summons off of 2 summons, right? Because you already come in with 2 summons. I don't say 1 card, but you have 2 summons, and now you're getting 3 summons with it, which is a 50% increase. But if you were to only play 1 summon and you get 2, you actually get 100% increase. So you actually get more benefit if you play only 1, and you would play like a lot of like cheaper things to get a lot of summons, right? Because you want to just have a high output of cards, right? Instead of quality.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, prokaryotic hounds are pretty strong, so they might be the top end in that type of deck. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so yeah, that's Earthen Rupture, and then we've got a normal Gamilla and Ruined Sculpture, and we still got 50 minutes. Go, 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 go. Next pack. We're now into the last 8 packs.
Pack 8?
I think it's the last
8
packs.
9?
This is 9, I think.
Oh, can we do 8 in the next 15 minutes?
That might be pushing it, but let's see. Spirit Guide, Siphon Vitality, Taru, Rugged, Majara, Smoke, Corrupt Opportunity, Donna Natu, Scavenge Parts, Eye Gouge. Should we do that? Yeah, we did, right? Yeah. Okay, and then Razorback Gorilla. If you haven't seen Keel on Saturday opened the spot foil version of this card, and it was like it's just like gorilla in a snowstorm. I feel bad for him. Oh my gosh, it's Alta. I didn't even know Alta was on the card. All right, 6 chi, 5 health, Beckon, 14 aura, reasonable, forward awareness, only action speed, heavy dark attack. Okay, in Thymos, heavy dark attack 4, action speed, and then swift execute. Target combatant in Razorback's Gorilla Awareness has pinned this round. Pinned. This permanent cannot leave its spot.
And it can do that. It can attack, and the swift thing does not exert. That's nuts.
Oh,
5
yeah.
health.
Huh.
Yeah, this card seems pretty good, especially if you can move it around a lot, and you can get a bunch of pins off. Or actually, you don't even need to get a bunch of pins off. You can get like 1 pin off, right? Like
yeah.
That's pretty good. And like, the thing is gonna be pinned, right? Because
it doesn't.
If they try to do anything, you just say, "All right, swift again." Oh wait, hold on. Does this break some cards where you could just keep triggering that over and over again, right? You just go swift this, and then you just get an infinite stack.
Oh, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, that's a good point.
All right, so now what was that card? Wasn't there a card that dealt damage?
Strike or something, or it's a yellow, right? It's a Bellum. Let's go look at Origins over here.
All right, cool. So now we have the Falling deck, David, that you want. You play this card. You play the strike card, and then you just do that infinite number of times, and then
Calculated Assault. There it is.
Calculated Assault. Yep. So you can create an infinite stack on your own. There you go. We've done it. We've broken the game.
All right, that's terrifying.
I wonder if that was intended.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw that one up the chain and see if that's a thing. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because you just need one combatant. It doesn't even need to be the enemy in front of thing, and you can make well, you can't make infinite because infinite is a concept, not a number. But you can make a Gugaplex. And a Gugaplex should be enough to get there, hopefully. All right.
Hopefully.
I'll just put this one in a separate pile, just to remember for later. And then we got Air Break, also known as Every Break, or we didn't call it that, but that was kind of our feeling on it in testing, I think, during Future League. So this is 5G Enchantment Air Break. Action 8 aura enchant. Trigger whenever air damage is dealt to one or more combatants. If air break has less than 5 counters on it, put a counter on air break, and then remove 5 counters. Cast You May Move. So why is this every break? Well, being able to move at an instant speed, it will probably gain you 3 health, so that's water break covered. It'll probably prevent some damage, so that's electric break covered. I mean, drawing a card that says you may move, that's pretty much, I'd play that card, so that's Earthbreak covered, so, and I don't know, I guess there's one we haven't seen.
The last one.
We haven't seen the Fire Break, I guess, yet, so. So yeah, every break, but no, this is a good card, if you can't tell from the way we're describing it. Eric, any thoughts you want to add there? I kind of stole it, but
no, you're right. Yeah, that was kind of funny when we discovered that when we were testing these. It's just like, wow, this actually just does everything. Yeah, no, it's just kind of funny how powerful movement is, especially when you can just do it for free. Obviously not for free, but like once you get the 5 counters on it,
you're threatening at any time, right?
Yeah. So it was definitely stronger when you could just continuously gain stacks, counters.
Yes. Yeah.
Now that it's limited, I think it's balanced and it's not too crazy because,
Agreed.
you like at least for the life gain, you can just like keep removing it, and you just want to. This one, you're not going to do that until you actually have the counters and then an opportunity to do so. So it's not as
Yeah.
straightforward.
This
This is going to be the one that tests good players from bad players, right? Because someone's going to make a deck with this card.
Yeah.
They're going to put it in their deck, and they're going to do it. They're going to play with it really well, and then a bunch of people are going to copy them
Yes.
and play it poorly, and they complain the deck is bad.
Yes. That was a card in Origins where we were like that too. So that's this card for the set is where. Oh no, it's Kareen, right? Like if there's a good Kareen deck, you're gonna play the Kareen deck, and then you're gonna lose every game, and you'll be like, "Why am I?
Yeah.
Why is this deck so bad?" And then you watch someone else just trashing with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there might be a couple other cards too, but yeah, no. Air Break is definitely gonna let the the competitive players flex their competitive muscles and tactical prowess, shall we say?
That's right.
Cool. And then we got a Harlequin, and we still got 10 minutes left. Bam. Another pack. Only 6 packs left in the box.
And we've already broken the game.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good stream. Cool. Graven, Pox Spreader, Senate Remains, Delay Protection, Brain Beast, Healing Wave, Prokaryote Hounds, Benign Accumulation, Spilled Olive, Malini Karate, Akaravada, Blood Whip, Devastation. All right, Phage, and it's got a really.
Oh, and I also just realized that combo with Calculated Assault is guaranteed because they can't move the gorilla.
They can place. They can hop. They can hop. Vault. Oh wait, no, they can't leave their spot. Never mind.
They can't leave the spot. No,
it's not move.
Guaranteed to hit.
Oh no. Alright, Devastation. Action, 11 aura, forward awareness, 7G by the way. Oh, this is a meteorite. This is Phage's meteorite. So action, you deal 2 dark electric, two damage types. That's cool.
Oh, you're right. This did get a huge awareness nerf, Damien. Yeah, it used to be the 2x3. Now it's just the straightforward.
So you deal.
Because I was gonna say I was surprised with this card. It was actually reasonable. Like you'd be surprised at how important the what do you call it? The flexibility was with the card.
Yeah.
Even though each one is overcosted, but being able to do all of them, or whichever one you need is actually decent. But yeah, that's a massive nerf. Wow, I'm like a little surprised.
Yeah. So yeah, it's either 2 electric damage for 11 aura to everything.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think it was too strong.
17 aura for 4 damage to 2 different targets. So that's 8 damage total. Or 28 aura for 6 damage to 1 target. So yeah, all of them overcosted, but the flexibility is what gets you there. Who is that getting electrocuted? They do not look like they're having a good time there. Jeepers. I can't quite make it out. There's so much electricity. I don't even know who's getting hit. It's definitely Alta doing it. You can see her secondary electric hand there.
Alta would do that to somebody.
Yeah.
and it's a dark electric damage. That's interesting too. I didn't notice it.
Yeah, two different attributes, which is interesting. You can pump that damage. Yeah, not too much to say here. It feels like it might be a little for the 7G. Maybe it's a sideboardy card for like a interesting board states, or if you think the board states will pop up, kind of let this be good. But yeah, I'll have to see. All right, and then we got a full art Burning Abomination. So we've already tossed, so I won't bring it up, but that's a good boy to get in full.
Ooh. All right. Well, you have 3 cards.
Yeah.
3 of Burning Abominations. Yeah. So you're almost there to a Burning Abomination deck.
Yeah.
What's the 9 damage combo, Damien?
Now you're saying too many resources or something.
Yeah, it is super expensive. Yeah.
Maybe he's thinking. Well, I guess if you can get 2 different things. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
Mental Dagger, Rampaging Mare, Corpse Heap, Blind Spot, Rune Sculpture, Far Shot, Center Remains, Benign Acclamation, Life's Balance, Sensory Shock, Angel Revenge, Reform Position, Earthen Rupture, and Water Break, and then a full art Cutaneous. Very nice. Though I don't want to play him. I don't like him. He's mean. I don't like him.
Well, okay, so we can do a giveaway or a raffle or a contest or something like
sure.
that.
Maybe. I mean, continue to volunteer to give away my cards. By the way, don't let anything stop you. But that was our first pack when we didn't need to talk about a single card. So look at us go here.
Right. Oh, but we can talk about Cutaneous.
No, I don't want to. Or Surge, Realigned, Evade Right, Vault, Toxic Mushroom, Bloodblade, Toughen Up, Twin Arrows, Angel of Fortitude, No Pain, No Game, Angel of Justice, Duma Edgeteer. I think we haven't talked about this one, and it's got a really sweet ability.
Let's talk about it then.
Yeah. Solve the problem. All right, Duma Edgeteer. So, 5 chi, 4 health, 15 aura beckon, 4 awareness, swift, fire attack 3, so pretty standard, little bumped on power, with 1 upside in the 4 health at 5 chi, and we've got a second upside, trigger cast. When an enemy adjacent to Duma Edgeteer targets it, that enemy gains exhaustion unless they pay 3 energy. So summons cannot pay energy. Technically, neither can alterations, but they're not our enemies. Like, you can't be the enemy of a rock. I'm sorry if a rock killed your family, but it's not. But yeah, exhaustion. The next time we compare, we remove an exert marker, they lose exhaustion instead. But exhaustion doesn't.
This card seems great. I like this card a lot.
Like, there's always a cost for dealing with it. Well, like, for the most part, right? Like, you can be not a
Essa,
right? Yeah, or
the cost for Essa is having to attack.
Yeah, I guess. Tashir is going to deal with it fine, though it won't be in 1 attack. You'll have to get multiple attacks off. But still, like, that's a really interesting, just like, it's got enough health that it's going to probably cause 2 instances of that damage, unless they have specific card, or sorry, of that trigger. Unless you have specific cards to deal with it. And that's probably enough to get your value out of it, right? Like 2 things getting removed for a turn from the game, but they can still be hit. I guess unless they're the enraged gorilla, in which case they can still do that swift activate the ability as long as there's a target. Oh my gosh, how many exhaustion counters can you put on 1 gorilla? It comes up and
well, you can't. No, so you. I gotta rules lawyer you.
Oh
okay?
Yeah, true.
It's not exhaustion. A counter. It's a binary thing. You have exhaustion or you don't. All right.
Yeah.
This isn't D&D where you can stack up to 6 exhaustion counters. Yeah. You know, kill an enemy if you get 6 exhaustion counters. Or automatically win the game if you put 6 exhaustion on your opponent.
Yes. Yeah. So that's Future League getting me, right? Because they were exhaustion counters in Future League. But now they're right, because you'll never get any cards wrong, of course.
I've never gotten anything wrong
in your life. Yeah. Doomblade. Have we talked
Doomblade?
About this one?
Does it die to Doomblade?
Did we talk about this?
We have talked about it. Yeah, wait, actually, I don't know if we have. I don't remember.
No, I don't think we have. No. This is okay. This is a cool one. So 5 attack at action speed for 7 energy. 4 forward awareness, 7 chi as well. So that's a big ask, but the effect is holy cow, it's strong.
Wow.
Strong enough? No.
So,
trigger, cast.
This card's great.
When a champion is dealt damage by Doomblade, that champion shuffles their thoughts into their timeline, draws the number of cards they shuffled into their timeline, then they reveal their thoughts and discard a card with the highest chi. So if they got multiple cards, it'll be the one of, like, multiple 7 chi cards. They'll get to choose which one they're discarding. Not you, but the player who is doing all this. But holy cow, you've got perfect information of their hand. They lose their theoretically best card, right? It's not always Boolean where higher chi is better, but it's a okay aggregate. Eric, what are you thinking here?
Man, this card's great. I mean, my biggest issue with the card is it doesn't automatically kill a summon, a non-black summon, but I can live with that.
A non-chaos summon.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no, so yeah, the 7 damage. I mean, the 5 damage at 7 cheese. He's on rate. It's a little bit expensive in terms of just pure damage,
and
but
action.
like its effect and action, yeah. But its effect is great, right? Like
yes,
and it's also range. And by range, I mean it has like the far forward. That's a pretty long blade.
Deals with the action problem,
right?
For sure.
Right, like they should have the Earth Blade, and then this could be the Doom Spear, right? Like, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm with
still
you.
on
Yeah,
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
no, I'm right with you. Doom Spear. Where's our spear representation?
And then, but yeah, its effect is nuts, right? Because like you can disrupt your opponent's hand in terms of like, say they're trying to like get a combo going, you can stop that from happening. You can also draw them into a better hand, but you get that information, and they can't like, you hit them and you guarantee to take their, you know, as you said, best card out, and there's no response to that. They can't just like be like, oh, I draw these cards, oh, I'm gonna play these cards in response and try to, you know, play out my hand. Like, nope, you know, like.
Well, yeah, then you just draw less cards, and you're still gonna be discarding the best card of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, this card seems pretty cool. It's got a great effect.
Yeah, and I'm
trying to think like.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
What I'm trying to think what deck I would want to run it in. But I definitely would try to fit it in somewhere. Probably something mid-rangey. Could be in a combo deck as just like I'm gonna try to hit you with this and, you know, check to see if you can stop me. That's definitely a good thing to try. Kind of like that enchantment that you put on yourself that sees your opponent's hand.
Yes. Mind reading.
Yeah, and it also just does 5 damage too, which is, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah,
damage,
right.
So.
Yeah, I love the art. We got Shun has hit. Looks like Yuvan, one of the new champions, has got hit with it, and it's like he's like reasonably like, oh well, God, my thoughts, my brain, but like. Doesn't that imply that somewhere there's a pretty hefty stab wound on his body? And he's not grabbing that. He's like just like, no, my brain. But it's like, dude, yeah, you got stabbed also by that sword.
Did he get stabbed, or how does this sword work? Like,
well, the sword has to deal damage, right? Like, so presumably got stabbed or slashed, I guess. Sure. Well, I mean, it's not a spear, but with the forward, surely it's a stabbing motion, right?
Yeah, but you know, it seems like his brain's on fire, or you know, his entire head. Well, and also we know that clearly he had already protected himself from something else, right? And was just
yes.
So this is like a key. This is actually very important. You need to bait out your weaker cards to your opponent so that they use their abilities to stop those, and then you get him with a Doom Blade, right? Like this is just Shun playing optimally.
Yeah. Yes. So Ruben.
Smart. Yeah.
Ruben. If you're not aware, Ruben is our premier Shun player. Has a great Shun deck. Unfortunately, had some bad pairings at the Nationals. Because I would have completely believed he would have gone really far, but just you have to be lucky at a tournament, unfortunately. True. As well as good. And Ruben's definitely a good player. He came. Did he come second the year before? Maybe something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah. And then we got, full art Pretty Bird. I think Keel will be a little jealous of this because I think he wants to build a Gamilla deck with Pretty Birds to steal non-cards.
He and everyone else?
Yeah. So look at that. Full art Pretty Bird. Oh, the moon looks even better.
Ooh, did I tell everyone about the giveaway we're going to do?
Oh, what's this? Is this just my cards? Is that what it is?
Yes, of course. Yeah, obviously.
Okay, cool. Yes, all of Shahan's cards, including the old ones, including his promos. So I know, Eric, it's past 7:30, so we're done, but we've got 4 packs left and we're going through them pretty quick. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we can finish.
Yeah, just crush it. Let's just crush it.
Right. Yeah, let's just crush it. And Pretty Bird, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I knew I had to say something about Pretty Bird. So this is actually pretty huge, though, with the Pretty Bird, right? Because like now, whenever you hit your opponent with your full art Pretty Bird, you can then play your full art opponent's cards, right?
Yes, it converts all.
It just generates a full art version of your opponent's cards whenever you hit them.
True. And if the opponent doesn't have it, then probably they get a DQ or something. I know you're the senior judge here. How does that work?
I think that's how it works. And if it doesn't work that way, then I think we should make it that way.
All right, cursed existence. Speaking of my life right now, with all my cards being given away, there we are. Cool.
Hey, if you didn't want
7G.
your cards to be given away, don't open good cards.
Right, this is my fault. 7G. Cursed existence. Spell dark.
Oh wait, I think we've talked about this one.
Yeah, no. Oh, we have. You think?
Yes, yeah, we definitely have.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, in that case, we'll just keep going.
Oh wait, did we? Maybe. I feel like we have.
Well, I mean, it's a cyborg card, right? So action, 14 aura,
Yeah.
4 awareness, targeting cursed existence sacrifices all skills. So that's all the beneficial enchantments they've got on them. No, actually, you would also hit all the negative ones
not-
as well.
yeah,
So,
it's not-
don't play
yeah.
this if you're putting things on other people. And then for each skill
I
sacrifice,
was just trying to
you
kill them.
lose 2 health. Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you do. I guess you get to kill them. Yeah. So honestly, this is like uncursing someone's existence, right? But also murdering them. But also you're uncursing their existence, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like curing someone of
Of their diseases by stabbing them, or something.
Well, it's like saving somebody from that guy from Elden Ring and then killing them.
Yeah, it's like someone's got a bear trap on their leg, and you remove the bear trap, but then also you put your finger in the wound and wiggle it for a bit because you want to cause some pain or something.
All right, I see why you have a curse.
Alright. Keeping on going. Taranchi Nabha, Empower, Infectious Wound. Distracting Shot is my first rare, and then Lord of the Hunt. So yeah, I guess another pack that either we had talked about all the cards or we didn't. So apparently on average, people have been collating. You get 3 foils per box. So apparently my foils were just in the first 3 packs.
Wow. A lot of them.
A lot, but I mean also a lot of packs. It's I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to do the math. It definitely feels like we got through most of the set though.
Well, we did 8 packs before today, so that means we're gonna finish the box, which means we'll have done 16 packs by the end of today.
It definitely, that means more cards. Anyway, Blind Spot, Far Shot, Corpse Heap, Turn, Evade Right, Long Limbs, Cursed Existence, Hurricane Thrasher, Tanchiel Nabha, Evasive. That, I think, is new. It's also a rare, so check it out.
And also welcome, Timmy.
Yeah, welcome, Tim10. Hey. Tim won our pre-championship Origins sealed opening giveaway. He won those cards, which I mean, I don't know. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, look like the previous winner in chat. I don't know something of cards from Chrono Walkers. Anyway, Evasive, 6 chi, Enchantment Maneuver, action 12 aura, enchant, attach evasive as a skill. Trigger, move. At the end of your turn, you may move, and then swift 5. Energy, execute, sacrifice enchantment. If you do, you may move. This is a sweet card.
Oh, so we had Damien and Timmy won. Okay.
Oh yes, right. Damien won the other half. I completely forgot. Sorry, Damien.
And thanks, Timmy.
Yeah, it's great to hear from you again as well.
If you keep buttering up our ego, building up our ego, we might have to keep doing this.
Right, because because there's definitely we wouldn't do it anyway. Yeah. We cannot be stopped.
Well, everyone knows the best way to get praise is by talking about small card games.
Yeah, small card games on the internet, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so Evasive. So like you get action move at the end of your turn, and then
this is like Air Break but for free. Oh, this is broken.
Yeah.
Or
it's like Water Break but for free, or it's like Earth Break for free, or it's like anyway. I
like this one. There's a little bit of extra moving around, and then like a kind of an oh shit button as well.
I can imagine the first copy feels pretty free in any Phage deck for sure.
Absolutely, and because of the sacrifice effect, I would say. And he's stacked too, so if you have multiple of them, you can just move a bunch of times at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, yeah. So this is like, I think this is pretty good. And actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can double move, go to the end of the turn, trigger, move, and then attack.
Yeah, because you'll be at the end of your turn. The trigger will be on the stack, and then I believe, yeah, you could like respond to that trigger and get some more attacks.
Yeah. So so this is actually really good. I think. Yeah, this is great. This is gonna be a good card. 100%. Like you put this on any fighter, or actually this goes in every phase. Isn't it just every phase, right? Like,
I think
you
so.
always want to move.
Like when
this
would you
card
not want to do
great.
this, right? Iblis too,
Yeah.
right? Like.
Oh yeah.
This
is amazing on Iblis. It's a little bit worse on Iblis because she can't attack at the end of the turn.
And it's like half her aura.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and all of her deck. Yeah. But yeah, this seems pretty good.
Yeah. And that's our first rare. And then here it is. Fire break. Alright, it's the last break.
Hopefully it's better than burn break.
Wait, where's our chaos cards?
Down. Come on, everyone knows that C comes after Axon and Phage.
I mean, it does come after Axon, so you're not wrong there. Anyway, Fire Break, 5G, like all the others. Action, 8 aura, enchant, trigger, counters. Whenever 5 damage is dealt to one or more combatants, if Fire Break has less than 5 counters on it, put a counter Fire Break. And then Swift, remove 5 counters. All enemy summons lose 1 health unless they pay Exert. Okay, so we've got our first sideboard break card. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I correct me if I'm wrong, but in Future League this said all summons, and I thought
maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it might be symmetrical.
Because I remember being pretty underwhelmed with this one, but when it's all enemy summons, yeah. I 100% agree that this is a pretty solid sideboard card. Yeah.
And like you can just wait till the end of the round, right? When everything's exerted, and then just make everything all enemy summons.
That's true. That's actually a good point. If they're already exerted, they have to lose 1 health. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way to use it because like 90% of the time, well, or is it? That's some interesting stuff. Yeah. Actually,
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know because like sometimes you want, to exert them, right? But like I guess your opponent gets to control that, right? So like they'll choose what's best for them. If they know what's best for them.
Yeah, this is actually feels like a fighter sideboard card. And look at this.
This is your least favorite break, even in your fires deck, Damien. Yeah, I mean, I would say both chaos breaks are very underwhelming. I think this is
agility break, right? Yeah.
I agree that it's my least favorite break, but I don't think it's necessarily the worst one. Because it does have usage in certain matchups.
Yeah, you're just not starting this one, right? Yeah, you're not starting this one.
Yeah.
Interesting. You have to see how it goes.
Yeah, you might throw this in your sideboard for your interest deck.
Alright, 2 packs left. So got continuous.
Yeah, but definitely do not put burn break in any respectable deck. I remember I wrote like a paragraph on why burn break was a terrible card and they needed to change it and then they didn't.
Alright. Second last pack, Gelid, Toxic Mushroom, Leg Sweep, Twin Arrow, Mental Dagger, Blood Blade, Ruin Sculpture, Senate Remains, Vrixaka Sapling, Earth Spear, Duma Aegiteer, Angel Fortitude, Excruciation, rare, and I don't think we've seen that. Scroll on up because Axon, A, so it's going to be early.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't make a joke about excruciation and something
what's
else
happening right now to us or something. Yeah. Sorry, 6G dark spell, Swift. You deal 4 dark. Oh, sorry, left and right awareness. That's a cool awareness. You deal 4 dark damage to everything in Excruciation's awareness. That's reasonable for 6G. That's really reasonable. And then trigger. When an enemy is dealt damage by Excruciation and any champion has 1 or fewer cards in their thoughts, look at the top 2 cards of your timeline, put 1 on top of your timeline and 1 on the bottom. Huh. So this is another one for our discard deck, and it's just a solid role player, regardless.
And I would actually highly recommend someone to cover up the trigger and just say that it's like a 4 damage AoE thing. And realize that this is actually pretty good, like just in general. I think when I first saw this in Feature League, I definitely did not appreciate it in the slightest. But I think it like all of these like 6G 4 damage AoE things with upside, I think are all some things we got to look into, because you can put a decent number of 6Gs in your deck and like 4 damage is no joke.
Yeah, and like the size
and something like this makes it think about Kato, right? Like in Kato, people are gonna run to your sides because you can't hit you from the front. And this is just like kind of protects your sides, right?
Yeah, no, even just like, casually, right? Like no one attacks a champion from the front unless you're like absolutely forced to, right? And I'm thinking about freaking Kun with this, right? Gonna dash around and like get to the perfect position where you're gonna like probably hit the enemy champion and something else. Probably worse in the mirror because Warp Strike, I think, has proven itself as a very, very strong reactive card. So if we're in Axon versus Axon, this is
well, if you think they have a Warp Strike, you just hit their butt instead, right?
True, right? You can go to the butt and be sideways, right? Yeah, to their butt, and you're like, why are you oriented that way? Don't worry about it.
Hey, don't kink shame.
That's not where I was going, but okay, cool. Next card! Hey, it's another new one! Vayu... Up, we can go up for yellow. Vayu... Ashvar. Alright. 7G, 18 Aura, Beckon, 4 at Awareness. Air Attack 5 damage, so with square stats, and that is a generous amount of damage. And then continuous cast... Ally summons around Vayu, Ashra, have dash. This is an aircraft carrier. What's this?
It's a great card.
You just keep on putting cards around it, and they keep on getting yeeted toward the enemy at the beginning of their turn.
Yeah, so there's definitely some rules weirdness for this one because they actually lose dash when they leave the area. But as long as a dash is the thing that takes them away, you know, it's they can still move, right? It's fine.
Yes,
but that's kind of funny.
Yeah, and it's not stated here, but dash is a trigger on summons. That's kind of just like a global rule, so just so people know.
Yeah. So I could see this being kind of a funny, almost like a surprised rush type of deck, right? Because you can have a bunch of summons out, play this, give all your guys dash, and then on their turn, they can just move that extra space so that your opponents aren't expecting. And it's like a whole, like, stampede almost.
Yeah.
Like they have a wind of horses or something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm joking somewhere.
Yeah. So like the sequence is like you have summons out, and then you take your first turn with your champion, and then just like move back a step, dump this, and then everyone has dash, and all of a sudden, the value assessment is completely changed. Yeah, no, that's a great point.
Yeah, so that's very cool. So yeah, I'd like to see stuff like that. Yeah. That being said, dash is, one of those cards one of those abilities that like isn't always positive.
Yes, as we
unfortunately
saw to great use in the championship. That it's on summons, it takes a little bit of good play to really get max value out of it. Which is we saw the shift from dash summons to range summons with Satyr. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So almost we didn't see it at the championship.
We did not.
It's almost a better way to put it. But I mean, giving your range summons with Satyr dash is kind of just for that one turn, so they can move a bit.
Yeah.
Well, when they're out of range, that's No, I like this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, and then last pack. So
last pack. Oh wow, it's crazy.
So we really did get all the rares, all the foils up front.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure you're gonna foil on this one.
Well, now that you said that, I won't. All right. Brain Beast realigned, defensive pose, Pox Spreader, Prokaryotic Hands, Twin Arrows, Delay Protections, Twister, Soulfire Strike, Lasting Advice, Stalwart Defense, Somnium, Necrotic Touch. Did we talk about this? Scroll down, pull it up. So this is an action speed 6G heavy attack 4. and it's 6 energy to play it. And then trigger execute. When a combatant with decay is dealt damage by necrotic touch, that combatant loses 2 health and loses decay. So you're not using this to remove decay off your own dudes, to be clear. But it's a way to, like, if you're applying decay with...
I mean, you could.
Yeah. This is kind of interesting, because, like, is my caustic millipede, right? That I'm playing with Gamilla, that the caustic millipede applies decay, and then I have necrotic touch, so then I can turn that decay into just 2 health. And then reapply.
So here's another thing.
Yeah.
Is there's also that card we were talking about earlier, which was Festering Wound, I think, that gives something decay. So the issue with that card was, like, once something already had decay, you know, it wasn't that good anymore, so you didn't want to put too many of your deck.
Yes.
Now if you have a mixture of this and that card, you don't mind having multiples, because then you can give it decay, make it lose decay to do more damage, and then you can give it decay again. So, you know, that could be something. So if you're trying to, like, do something like that, do little cute little tricks like that, you know, I could see this being used. That being said, action speed, 4 damage at 6 chi.
Yeah, the damage number is nice, but the action speed and the awareness is a little...
Like, we've already seen a bunch of these cards. It's rare, too?
Yeah.
Weird. Interesting. Maybe, I mean... Yeah, it's weird.
Maybe it's more, like, for limited, because that is a decent chunk.
Yeah, I mean, limited, it seems like a great card. Yeah, no, limited, this is good.
Yeah. So it's to protect
but
limited
we'll see. Maybe there'll be something with that 1-2 combo of that other 4-chi, but I doubt it. Yeah, if it was Swift, this would obviously be a lot better, but I still don't know if it would be a great... Because you don't really want to be able to hold thing around an action speed damage dealing attack.
All right, and then our last rare for the box is Encased in Stone. Hey, I'm glad we hit this one.
Me too.
Because this is a sweet
Because
card.
Then I can tell everyone to don't blink.
Yes. Where is it? Here we are.
Oh
gosh!
Died.
Oh no! So it's an angel of words. It's got the mouth on its chest that's being encased in stone. Very nice.
Yep.
So let's see. Let's grab our Graven. We talked about it already, but just so people understand what this card does. So encased in stone.
Yes, this is also a pitch card. Yes, that's correct.
Yes, this is a pitch contest card. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, this is a really cool card. I like it.
Yeah. So this is we don't just get destroy effects for just removing summons regardless of their health. We've also got another really sweet like temporary removal effect here. In Encased in Stone, spell Earth, 4/4 awareness, action speed, 12 aura cast. Target summon in Encased in Stone's awareness is sent to its owner's subconscious. Place a Graven from your subconscious in its spot. And then continuous modify, the Graven created by Encased in Stone gains. Continuous, as this Graven is destroyed, return the summon that was sent to the subconscious by Encased in Stone to the spot in the arena that Graven occupied, facing the same direction as you, then exert it. So Graven, I think the most important part to just really do here is, one, it's obscuring and occupying its spot. So it's also like kind of putting up a big block on the field, but it's got 4 health. So you get to remove their summon temporarily, I suppose. But then for just 4 damage, they get to get it back. So I would say don't play this if you're an Iblis deck, because you're trying to make the game go long, and then you're providing something for someone to do to get their summon back. And it will reset that summon's health, right? Because that summon is being sent away.
And I'm also pretty sure that someone can immediately do stuff as well.
No, it does have a then exert it. It's cut off. Sorry.
Oh,
it's cut off.
It is cut off. Oh, you
there
baited
we go. Oh,
me.
there we go. Yeah,
made me look like a fool. because in Future League it did not have that, and you could actually move it beforehand, but which didn't make sense to me. I'm glad that they have exerted it. It seemed kind of weird that it didn't, but yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, solid card. But yeah, don't play it if for as your removal if you want the game to go long, because you're literally just giving the opponent probably a chance to just okay, I'll take 2 turns off and get my really good summon back at full health. Yeah, that seems fine.
Yep.
Much better if you're pressuring and going for the kill. But no, sweet card. It's 5 chi. It's neutral. It's not making your deck worse or better. If you've got a clock, if you've got a plan to like kind of take the game, definitely play this as your removal. But yeah, longer term.
But that being said, what this does do is it resets their health. So if they have that amalgamate that gains health, then you have your 20 health thing, and then encase it in stone, it comes back with 2 health.
Yeah.
There
or what's it called? You do it to save your not save because it's not swift speed, but you do it on your own summon if they're like, okay, I finally got that Bimant down to low health, or that angel, or the thing with damage resistance. Like I finally got it down. It's gonna be dead, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna remove it and then have my other summon run up and bring it back. So there's some interesting little plays there because of the health resetting.
And that's definitely true. It will actually be a line, but I wouldn't put this in your deck to do that.
Yeah, no, that's not what it's there for. It's there to deal with the enemy stuff. Solid type.
But 100%, that is definitely a line that someone will do, and it'll be the right move. Yep. It's cool. But yeah, did we finish the box?
We finished the box. Look at that. The box is empty.
Wow.
Out of
now
cards.
We know what's in the box. What? You mean now? 1 box down, pass it around, 5 more boxes to go.
All right, but I think with that we'll end today's stream. I guess unless Eric, you want to stay here for longer. I know. Yeah, thank you.
Very tired.
It is absolutely an achievement. Thank you for congratulating us, because Chrono Walker's getting through a box when the first 2 streams were like 4 packs each. It's absolutely an achievement.
Yeah, so we streamed for 3 hours one day, an hour and a half the next day, and we're about 2.5 hours today. So I already forgot what numbers I said because I'm so tired. But however many hours that is, it took us to open 1 box. Yeah. So,
It's super weird how all that time was weighted early. I can't imagine what reason that would be.
Weird. Yeah, Steven, that was fun. Thank you.
I imagine on a different day we'll have like 1 more stream to just finish off the cards we didn't hit, because probably all rares, but I imagine there's probably a couple here.
And then Shahan will have to go through all these and cut them up and put them on the website.
Wait, why wait, cut it? Oh, gotcha. So so
of 133 different videos.
I'll clip our more interesting ones, I think, and make those. But thanks to everyone who joined us in our little quest here. We did it in less than a week, so I think that's impressive.
Yeah, I know, it was amazing.
Yeah, no one's paying us to do this.
Too good.
Like, share, and subscribe. There we go. We don't get paid by doing that, but it gets our.
But it makes us feel better.
Yeah, it does make us feel better. Yeah, we were like, we got 4 new subscribers this week. Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Little conversation between Eric and Shahan. That was just quite you, but but that's it for me. Thank you to everyone who signed out. Anything? I guess Eric, final goodbyes and. I don't know, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Thank you, Steven, Timmy, and Damien for joining.
And everyone else who joined us. We had Keel. Who else do we have? I feel... Oh, of course, Imperial Pulse joined us for our second stream. So thank you to them. Yeah, just anyone else.
Yeah, but joined. Not this one. I didn't thank them.
Yeah, all right, shit. Yeah, okay. Start the grudge match, and then we have a.
We gotta get some drama going.
Chrono Walkers versus Imperial Bulls. They'll have better decks because they'll have more cards than us, but we're conceivable. Well, at least one of us is a better player. Who knows? I'm a judge. Judges are.
But I don't have any cards.
But you don't have any cards. So it'll be very, very.
Yes, and Imperial Bulls, they seem quiet. I did watch them, so it's always fun seeing what other people think about it. But we're rambling, so we're gonna get.
So let's just get off here before we're trapping people for another 2 hours. All right.
That's right. All right, peace, guys.
Peace.